Hey everyone! Welcome to a new Let's Play with me, your host Tim. And today, we're going to start playing Void War together. There'll be a bit of prep here that you can skip by just the slider up here on YouTube to the appropriately segmented spot, in case you don't want to listen to me prattle on about this game for maybe like 3 minutes or 4 minutes or so. Talk really quick about what type of game it is while we're playing it, any tisms I'll be doing as we play this game together, which is to say stuff I'll do that probably most people don't do, and how far I got in it if I've beaten it before. Well, let's get started. Void War is like Faster Than Light. It feels like a modified version of that game. The maps require us to move forward at all times, although there is no fleet chasing us. You can also not end up being forced to go back. The maps will feel like Slay the Spire in how it works. It has a darker tone to it. Many people have said that this is like Warhammer 40k in space, but it's their own thing, really. It borrows heavily from some of the themes of Warhammer 40k. The biggest difference will be that there's new weapons, there's new systems, and there are equipment that we can equip for our units in this game, and our units do not level up. I've been playing this game while I've been compressing down to other games, and I like it enough that I decided that I wanted to record it for the channel. And so, well, we're going to go ahead and play it together. I have beaten the game a few times now with various ships and captains, because you get to choose captains in this as well. The units are more than just a race, they also have different classes and different unique features with that class, depending upon what it is that you're taking with you, both in the crew you hire and in the captain that you start with. But I'm still working my way through it, and I haven't gotten very far into difficulty because I'm still trying to understand how some of the game mechanics work, but I've gotten fairly decently far, in so much that I've unlocked, I think, like 8 captains, and most of the starting ships, but not every single ship nor any other ship redesign. It'll make sense when we start playing. For Tisms, there's a bit of lore to be read for Void War, and I think we might be the only channel up here on the YouTube that's going to read all of it. And we're going to read all of it as we encounter it. And with all that said, I need to go check out my voice to make sure it's coming out okay, and if it is, we'll be back to hit new game. So give me a second to check out my voice. Alright guys, my voice sounds like it's coming out okay, so I think we're good to start. I'm gonna watch the volume levels like a hawk over on OBS to make sure that when the combat music starts playing, that it's not overly loud compared to the sound of my voice, and I can do some manipulation magic if it ends up being the case. But only after the combat's over. Anyway, one more thing that just occurred to me, viewer. It would take a lot of time for me to explain how everything works in the game. And I'm not going to do the tutorial, so we're going to skip the vast majority of explaining how the game works, but I will cover some of the newish things if you've never seen Faster Than Light before. If you've never seen a game like this before at all, then hopefully it will make sense what I'm doing, and I'll try to explain things as we continue through the game so there's something to watch me do, as opposed to just listening to me talk for like 45 minutes before we even get going. Alright, all that said, let's start a new game. First, we have to select a commander. There are 4 tabs of commanders, and you have to spend what's called resonance to unlock them beyond the first that you start with. You earn resonance for completing, well, actually for just playing the game. Win or lose, you'll get something. Winning gives you more than losing, but you'll still slowly work up the resonance to, well, purchase other captains and possibly other ships. Resonance is spent, for example, for this paladin. If I want to unlock him, it's 5,000 resonance. There we go. And now he's permanently added to the roster of things that I can, captains I can choose to start the game with. Go ahead and give our captain a name. But I'm going to choose the Archmage as the captain of my choice. We'll cover what it says here when we get into the game. Oh, one last thing. See these little stars? I believe that means I've beaten the game with this captain. The number next to the star is the torment level that I've also beaten the game on with that captain. So I have not played the Archmage, or I have not beaten the game with the Archmage yet. I haven't played him at all. Nor have I selected a torment level. Next, we can choose a ship. Here's so you unlock ships. So for example, Ancient A can be unlocked if I achieve victory with the Excruciator, which is this ship here. The general idea is that to unlock the next ship, you have to beat it with the previous ship. The same thing goes with the tiers for ships. Every ship has variants with them. To unlock the variant, you have to beat the game with the previous variant. But you can also spend residence to instead unlock a ship's variant. Anyway, we can see the systems that the ship has. We'll cover them later. We can see the weapons the ship has. I'll look at them when we get going. We have this crew. These modules are passive bonuses that affect our ship and crew in some way. And we can select a torment level. You can only unlock other torment levels when you beat the game on the current torment level. So I've beaten torment level 1, torment level 2 is now available. It goes up to 12 currently. I'm still playing only on torment level 1 because, well, I want to get at least all the ships unlocked first, and by that I mean the A variant, and then I'll up the torment level and I'll start playing higher and higher torment levels, because by then I'll have a general idea of the game. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Oh, I want a different name for our ship too. Imperial Edge. Alright, let's do it. The Empire is in despair. Brother fights against brother as the ruinous cults sweep through the stars. The very fabric of reality trembles for the onslaught of demonic swarms. Deep within the Empire, I guess that's kind of right, core worlds, that should have been Imperial, one final hope exists, that's my fault, to rekindle the flames within the Vault of Souls. To the Empire, you are a blasphemer. To the cults, you are a heretic. Trust no one. Let none stop you from bringing the renegades of this forsaken realm to their destined annihilation. So, instead of, I suppose, allowing the demons and the warp to eventually consume all of existence, which would, I suppose, indeed eventually happen, we're going to rush to this place and end it all quickly. Not necessarily a happy ending, but the ending this game has. You prepare for subspace translation. Alright, viewer, I'm going to put another skip link here because I'm going to do a bunch of reading, because we have a bunch of lore to read before we get going. So let's do that first. Lotaeri is an archmage, a mysterious figure originating from a secret society within the Empire. We have One Off, the fearsome serpent, a creature of legend, lurking behind the veil of the firmament. It is a Stygian worm. That's this thing right here. And it's summoning other worms that vanish after a little bit. We have a blood witch, Ektura, leader of the immutable covens of the blood cult, selects and aids the chosen to fulfill their debt to Aryak. And a ritualist, Basilian, a channeler of depraved energies. No less than 100,000 plants would crumble to dust if deprived of their tireless efforts. A mighty thunder cannon is one of our weapons. Thunder cannons are optimized to inflict significant damage upon the enemy hull, at the expense of efficiency against shielding. Twin Disruptor. An early attempt to increase combat efficiency was to couple disruptors together, allowing for improved post-shield disruption effects. Okay, some quick things. Total power, the number of squares. Leftover power, ones I haven't allocated, filled squares. As you place power, you can see it being used for the systems. Systems also have a max amount of power and what's allocated to them. You can level up your ship's systems and gain yourself more power for your reactor by spending scrap. These systems require power to run. These ones do not. Just upgrading them, you get the benefit of whatever that upgrade was. Scrap is effectively currency. We will be gaining this through events and beating up enemies. Okay, now let's take a look and see what actually these things do. Leather cannon fires once, kind of a quick charge time, fast, fires, the projectile moves quickly, does 2 damage against hull, that's pretty good. small chance of fire, small chance of hull breach, and inflicts minor damage. Disruptor does 1 ion damage. Okay, so that will disable a target for a little bit. The more ion damage that you do to a system, the more reduced inefficiency that system is. We have a pain engine, which is plus 10 hit points to all blood cultist units, which are our Blood Witch and the Ritualist. They already have that bonus. Okay, let's read our systems and then we'll get going. Shields. Introduction of Energy Shield. Of the Energy Shield and its explosive proliferation catalyzed a wave of innovation in starship armament design. Our engines. Throughout history, mobility has always reigned supreme on the battlefield. Life support. Powerful internal atmosphere generators have largely obviated, that's an interesting word, the need for expensive and maintenance-intensive pressure suits. Hull Reaper. Speculation abounds as to the exact operative mechanism of this bizarre weapon system, but all agree it involves some degree of subspace manipulation. And our weapons. Even the most advanced starship weapons fall silent without integrated fire control computators, to direct them. When a system is powered, you gain a bonus of some sort. Engines is 5% evasion. Shields and weapons is 15% faster charge. Our sensors will increase the sensor level by 1. If you hover over it, it will eventually point to the thing that needs powering. We'll cover more of those things in depth later. We do, by the way, in this game, have something that Thatcher Light did not have, which is the command throne. This is effectively, if you ever played the game Spelljammer way back in Dungeons & Dragons, this is your helm. You must be in... Someone's gotta be in this if the ship wants to move at all through space, and to give you any type of evasion whatsoever. We have 0%, and we gain 10 for it being manned, 5 extra if it's manned by your captain, the guy that you chose at the beginning of the game. Alright. Well, let's, Oh, I can actually move this around. But it can't man anything, right? Cannot man, repair, or extinguish. Oh, I guess we should read these too. It can't... Immunification, that's great. Spawn tendrils periodically. So this is basically a ship defensive creature. Help us deal with any hostiles that board the vessel. Our Blood Witch has Summon Thrall. Takes 10 seconds for her to cast it. She can... Okay. And our Ritualist here has Coagulate, which will heal a room for a little bit of damage. Okay. Alright, let's get started. Map, once again, is a bit like Slay the Spire, I have been told. I still never played that game. There will be no fleet that chases us like Faster Than Light, but we must proceed forward. Our task is to destroy everything that exists currently, and we're not going to get that done by just standing around here. Let's go. You detect an Imperial warship speeding towards you, weapons primed. It does not seem to mind the fact it's about to start a fight inside a densely packed asteroid cluster. Asteroids. If you end up in a battle in an asteroid field, there are occasional asteroids which will also collide into your ship, similar to enemy weaponry. So it's a tougher fight because your shields are taking more of a pounding. Let's go. Alright, we're charging our weapons. Right now there's nothing else really for me to do, but I guess we can summon a thrall? Sure. Casting a spell will also mean that the system that she's manning is not actually currently manned. She can be interrupted if the enemy targets this room with anything, which will cancel the spell she's casting. And they're doing that. I think this is a enemy assault sled is what this is called. A boarding pod, effectively. And it was launched, and this is going to land in one of these rooms. I guess we're going to have to help. No, we won't. The tentacle will handle that. Alright, we just took some damage. This is our ship's hull. That reaches 0, we're destroyed. It's trying to break through the door to escape his death. It did not occur. You got him. Oh, our weapons are now fully powered, by the way, so... You can always, by the way, pause the game by hitting spacebar, and then issue all the orders that you wish. You will see me doing that quite a bit. I first want their shields deactivated, so I don't have to worry about shooting through it. While we took damage, by the way, Coagulate does not heal hull damage, only system damage. If we suffer the effect that this shield is currently affecting, in other words, we damage not only the hull, in fact, you will damage the hull generally when you damage a system, but the system itself takes damage and must be repaired. That's what this dude's doing. And now their assault sled system is heavily damaged. And we just lost our oxygen. So we can cast Coagulate to heal that. Her thrall is ready again. Again, hitting their weapon system. You can hit this little button, by the way, to keep the weapon auto-firing. The enemy begins performing evasive maneuvers and prepares to jump out. Oh, we do not want them doing that. That's a hull breach on their side. This colored room means there's no oxygen in it. Oxygen leaves rooms very quickly when there's a hull breach to outer space. They can fix this, though, by walking over and hammering on it. This is... Oh, and they just... we summoned the thrall over here, and they killed it. We do 2 damage to systemless rooms, which will be enough to destroy their ship. You managed to retrieve an intact supply container from the remains, plus 18 scrap. Alright. Let's keep going. Summoned creatures are generally destroyed between every jump, which is why you see those summoned tentacles going away. If we had summoned a thrall, I believe it too would vanish when we jump. You encounter a warship belonging to the Cult of Blood. Let us burn together. This is a sun system, like an asteroid system. This will occasionally, you'll see there'll be a bright flash of light as a solar flare or something happens, and there will be fire somewhere in our ship and often in the enemy ship. I think we'll summon, or try to summon again, but I want him on our side this time. Oh, and they've summoned a creature. No, that's me. I summoned that creature. Fire! Okay, we got 4 of it on our side. Oh, and I completely forgot to fire my Thundercat. Doing well, Tim. We're gonna open doors to the outside to drain all the oxygen from those rooms. The thrall's going to man the shields. Then we'll shut all the doors again and let the oxygen refill. The enemy also has an invasion chance, so we will miss occasionally. Why don't we use our Reaper Beam? Reaper Beam's a beam weapon, and so it will lance through any of the rooms that you target. Assuming that the enemy doesn't have any shields activated. There's a small chance that it also heals us. I think a 50% chance that it heals us hull damage as we do damage to the enemy. But it does take 1 munition to fire the Hull Reaper. Several cargo containers survived the blast intact. Alright, let's get out of here. We're not going to the thing up north. We'll go to one of them, but not that one. How about it, viewer? We got all 3 of the special type of things you fight in. We've got an asteroid field. We got a solar or a sun, a star we fought outside near, and now we have corrosive gas. Your ship is engulfed in toxic flux vapors upon your arrival. An enemy warship exploits this, initiating an assault. The thrall we had summoned perished. As you can see, we'll summon... What does he have? It's too late. I've already started summoning him, so he's going over here to the enemy's command throne. Interrupting the guy in the command throne will reduce the evasion of the enemy. As long as their shields are down, I think we will use the Reaper Beam. Gas. Like fire, you can vent gas. It will go away on its own, unlike fire, that will simply go through your entire ship and destroy it. It will poison you, and the longer you are in the poison, the greater amount of it that you will suffer from, to the point where you will die from poison if you don't manage to find some way to heal yourself. But walking out of it, you'll begin to slowly recover. Enough! You have proven your point. What is the use of further bloodshed? Take these supplies and let us live. He's offering us 2 grav spears. We'll take them. Accept their surrender. Gives me a chance to show you equipment. Okay, so you have a loadout in this game. Which lets you manage all your stuff for your ship, similar to FTL, but you also have equipment for your units. We've got some weapons, 2 grav spears. These will increase the, well, as you can see, the damage that we do. Often, they'll have some secondary way to increase the damage that you do, in addition to the primary, so we'll benefit from both. And there is often some other effect for weapons. The grav spear says, adapted from a colonial design used for replicating herds, repelling herds of hostile wildlife. We'll give one to our captain. Oh, and he's the only one who can use a weapon. Okay. We have scrap. We could spend that scrap, but I don't want to spend it at the moment. I see a shop up ahead. You arrive at the next jump node. A few pieces of worthless debris float past as you move on. These are simple nodes. Random events may or... well, actually, every node technically has an event in it, but whether or not you fight something or not, or something else occurs is... you know, you get it. These target symbols are places where you can choose one of 4 things to do. Heal 10 hull points for free. Heal the damage that all your crew have suffered. Scrape up some munitions, anywhere from 3 to 9 of them. Or construct a thrall, is what it's called. A 15 hit point permanent crew member of your ship that is a machine slave. They can operate the various systems, and thus they are useful. The rest of these, well, most of the rest of these are shops. The abstract wound will have an encounter versus a demonically possessed vessel. These are effectively the unmanned airless vessels that Faster Than Light had. You can also have the option to increase the game's difficulty here, if you wish. We will not be doing that. I'm still learning the game. Otherwise, the good news is I see what I think is every single type, well, most shops are here. This type of shop here, but looks like an eye, will sell magically capable crew members. They'll also sell spells, and they might be selling consumables. The consumables they sell will often be things that summon creatures, like the tendril that we have. But like the tendril we currently have on our ship, unlike the tendril we have currently on our ship, the summons that these have vanish when you jump. Useful for combat, not useful for outside of it. The mercenary broker will often have troops that are more soldier-like. Like, well, Imperial guards, or I'm going to call them Space Marines, but that's not what they're called here. You can also purchase equipment, which will be like the weapons that we had, or tools, or sometimes armor. You can also find, it looks like this merchant is also selling spells. Here's ship arbits, that'll be weapons. Consumables, those will be things that we can use, that will, tools that might be able to, like, heal our ship or something of the sort. And missile templates. We need a missile system, though, to use missiles in this game. You can always buy missile bays from this ordnance expert here. They also sell missile templates. They will probably be selling other types of systems as well, yet they do, as well as missile bays. And we can purchase equipment here as well. We already have a system on our ship that requires missiles, so I'm probably not going to pick them this time around. We'll probably come up this way, and then choose one of these two merchants to visit. Anyway, we've got some scrap. We have a merchant who's basically waiting for us, so let's go there. An Imperial supply ship flashes into real space. They contact you, wanting to trade. Let's talk with them. Reports circulate of an ominous presence that leaves vessels filled with re-enemy corpses in its wake. Be wary, traveler. Let's trade. You can attack these vessels, by the way, as you can see here, but you get almost nothing for it if you do destroy them. They'll detonate all their munitions, all their weapons, anything they might have sold to you is all destroyed as the ship detonates. You get a little bit of scrap, maybe anywhere from like 15 to 20-ish. Still, if you have absolutely nothing to do and you need the scrap and you can take the fight, these fights are tougher than normal fights, I guess you do it. But not us today. Alright, what do we have? An Imperial scribe. While armed with decades of learning, the ranks of scribes are largely filled with those without talent or the ability to advance further. He has a spell called Purify. All friendly crew aboard ship gain immunity to debilitating effects for 10 seconds. That's kind of nice, but he's really weak. He's got 15 hit points. I don't think he's going to survive, and he's expensive, so no. We can't afford these High Magisters, so we'll read about them, but they're not on the table for something I'd consider. Unfortunately, they look pretty good to me. A ranking member of the Imperial clergy, once regaled as comforting beacons of Imperial rule. Since regarded as terrible omens, for they only appear in the wake of great calamities. So we can't afford any of these guys, but our leader has 2 empty psychic slots. I think we should purchase some spells from him. We have Psychic Shriek. Cast a projectile that stuns enemy crew in a target room for 5 seconds. The Purify spell. And Burden. Cast a projectile that slows hostile units in target area for 10 seconds. I think we'll take Psychic Shriek. And I guess we could take Purify. We'll take it. And when you assign a spell to a person, they can't, like, unlearn the spell that they already had. This means you need to be careful if you do want to give them a spell. You can override any spell with any other spell, though. Just, they lose the old one. You can't sell it back, for example. And we could, by the way, sell this Grav Spear. It's worth $8 if I want to sell it. I'd rather hold on to it. A weapon is better than no weapon, and we're lucky to get more crew that can use weapons in the future. So let's go ahead and take Psychic Scream. Or Psychic Shriek. Not Psychic Scream, that's a Tyranid thing. Purify as well? Alright, there we go. Let's warp. Okay, sometimes you're warned about a special area that you would fight in. We can see there's corrosive gases here. However, these areas will often have an encounter of some sort. Very often, it's a combat against another ship. Sometimes there's something different that occurs. Let's try this. Intruders. You materialize in real space enveloped by a sinister fog. Klaxons start wailing. Enemy boarders are detected. Greater corpulent. Our ritualist might win that battle. Let's stun it to help him. We will need to summon a thrall to help us. Our leader can help the battle here. There's poison. Let's purify. Okay, we won! The intruders have been eliminated. Recover some equipment from the remains. Combat mesh, 5 hit points. This light and compact mesh weave finds usage as safety equipment among miners. Oh, our poor thrall. Get you out of there. Oh, gas is coming. We will worry about everything else when we leave. Let's go down. We haven't seen one of these places yet. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. So we're not wounded, or rather not wounded. Our ship is not damaged. We have some slight wounds, but as you've seen, whenever we jump, we heal 15 hit points. I don't remember how Fast and Light did it, but you do keep damage that you've sustained from previous battles. I think in FTL you healed all your hit points after each jump. So you can be in a really bad way if you're really low on hit points from earlier encounters and then have a sudden surprise warding event that occurs. Anyway, we don't need to heal our injuries. Our ritualist was likely to heal most of their hit points before the next jump. I could use the munitions, but I think I want a machine slave more, so we'll start with that. You scavenge the shipyard for corpses and manage to cobble together a functioning husk. Okay, well, I guess you'll go here, Mr. Tentacle. I'm tempted to leave the husk in the command throne and our Archmage, because it would let our Archmage walk around and do things. But I guess we'll leave him here at this moment until I change my mind. Or maybe the shields? Put him on the shields. As for the combat mesh, that's an armor slot, and we do not have any armor slots on our units at the moment, so we just hold on to that. More corrosive gas. Receive weapon fire originating from deep within the murky gas. An armored cult warship is attacking you. I will rend the flesh from your bones. This is a member of the war cult, I think is what this is. We should read about these guys, too. We see an... Actually, no. We'll wait until we get them on our side. Alright, so... we start with a summoned thrall? I mean, it's going to die, but that's its purpose. By the way, what weapons are they using? A thunder cannon and a graviton cannon. This does damage and slows all crew. This is what we have, right? Yeah, that's what we have. Alright. No one was in that room that someone over here cast that spell. I didn't see who it was. It must have been the apparent. Yeah, it was. Okay. We took out the shield. Let's damage their gun system. And we don't need to use our Hull Reaper for this. This ship's going to go down. Or gas. We can just walk out of the room. We can... Our worm, by the way, I remember this, I'm going to forget, is not immune to poison. Okay. It should be over. Your shield's unpowered. Oh, good for him getting back at the command throw. Without engines, it's not going to matter. The ship is torn apart, revealing the contents inside. 31 scrap, 1 munition. Oh, someone's got to get into our command throne. Let's get out of here before the gas shows up. High temperatures, I mean, we're going to... Oh, do I take this? If we take this, we cannot get this merchant, and I think I do want the merchant. We'll be forced to do for one of these, and we'll need to do the abstract wound. I think we'll go to this unvisited node instead, as I think I would like more crew. You arrive in orbit around a barren desert moon. A preliminary scan of the moon's surface reveals a series of geometric tunnel structures clustered around the South Pole, likely the remnants of some long-lost civilization. Investigate it. You approach the tunnel structures, but soon learn that every single entrance is sealed. You have no way in. You continue looking around and find a few abandoned supply containers half buried in the sand. You decide to bring them back to your ship. 33 scrap metal and heavy duraplate armor, plus 20 hit points. Wow! Originally crafted to protect a legion of honor guards, these heavy suits have since found their way to the hands of the corrupt and opportunistic. Once again, we cannot wear any armor. We'll put the scrap to good use, though. Look at all these special system stuff. We could have fought in it had we gone south, but again, I want that mercenary broker. You come across a Citadel shrine. These sanctuaries are integral parts of the Imperial worship. Let's investigate. The shrine seems to be abandoned, though the well-worn surfaces throughout the complex describe a more prosperous past. At length, you encounter an elderly curate. Upon learning of your travels, he presents you with some gifts. He prays for your safety before ritually blessing you in the name of the immortal king. We can probably spend a little bit of this scrap. Let's grab a point of engines and some power for it. It'll give us plus 20 evasion now. 5 more for every tick that you have. Should we talk? No, let's just keep going. We'll talk strategy, what have you, assuming we play assuming that we make a playlist out of this. Sensors pick up a techno-cult vessel. It is pursued by an Imperial starship. Intercept them. You move to intercept the Imperial vessel. Often, if you defend the techno-cult vessel, you'll get a module after it, and we only have 1, and we can have up to 3. So we want it. What do they have? A heat beam, a bolt cannon, and a heavy disruptor missile. The missile itself does no damage to our ship, but it does do 3 ion damage when it collides with us. That will take out something for quite some time. Now, we can cast this Psychic Shriek, by the way, upon the enemy, so we're going to do that to take out the guy, to eliminate the guy on the command throne. So this way, our weapons hit. Their shields are currently inoperative. Their weapons are down. Let's go ahead and fire the Reaper Beam to now do some permanent damage to that command throne. When you do not have active systems, you do not see what's on the enemy's ship. And you also won't see what's on your own ship. To see what's in the enemy ship, you must have a total system level, a sensor level, equal to or greater than their sensor level. And I think they work the same way. So they might not know where you are if your sensors are high enough. I don't know for sure, though, if it works that way. If your ion cannon, by the way, strikes the shields that are protecting a ship, it will affect the shield unit as well. I guess with that in mind, we could fire this at the missiles instead. There goes... Oh, only 2 damage of shields? That didn't really disable... I wonder why it didn't disable our thunder cannon. Oh, good. They have their systems up and running again. Well, let's put a person somewhere. A person? Let's summon a thrall. Alright, there's our disruptor back. But, so, this pointless fire our cannon. Our cannon can do no damage to them. Their shield will recharge. After this shot, before our twin disruptor is charged. So we'll just wait for our disruptor. Kind of a waste then to throw that in there. We'll do the same thing though. We'll stun him. Ooh! We're on fire thanks to that beam. Oh no! Okay, I cannot command the summon tendril, only the one that's not summoned. We lost our weaponry again. They have no shield. Let's just end this. The shockwave hurls debris in all directions. You receive as much as you can. So here, we retrieve as much as we can. We have a choice. We can get a pulverizer, which is a weapon. Mostly used for any, it's like a power fist, I suppose. Decent weapon if we had a boarder, but we don't have a way of boarding the enemy vessel. Or welding torch, which lets us repair faster. And we get 5 scrap metal as well. I do like the pulverizer, viewer, but there's no guarantee we'll get we'll have a way to board enemy vessels anytime soon. So it's going to be the welding torch for us. The tentacle vessel manages to get away. There is nothing left to do here. You continue on with your journey. Okay, well, we didn't get anything from that then. That's a tool, and we could give that to Ichua. So he'll repair a little faster. Okay, this symbol, by the way, here tells you that when you jump, all the air in any of your rooms will automatically be refilled. Your air supply will be refilled to full upon warping. So you don't need to just wait around for that to happen. You emerge from subspace in front of a small protoplanet. Scans reveal no signs of life on its surface. You move on. There's a mercenary broker here. It's always important to have a solid crew at your back. We have a set of mercenary contracts on offer. Would you like to see them? Yeah, let's talk first. The Archimite tomb worlds, ancient industrial tombs containing fragments of a so-called proto-god machine, or of deep religious significance to the machine cult. Their secrets remain hidden, guarded by the techno-cult's most devout. Let's trade. Also interesting things. Alright, so an engineer, really a decent, actually we could hire this guy and give him the repair tool. Imperial recruit, an Imperial marshal. The marshal's a pretty decent guy to have because he can have a tool, a sword, and a piece of armor. And we've got all that stuff. I think we at least hire him. We'll give him the 20 hit points. And we'll give him our spear. And we'll stick him on the weapon system. Ooh, Thirsting Glaive sounds wonderful. 1 DPS in media rooms, and kills restored 10 life. Grenade launcher, decent for large rooms. Assault pistol, good for medium room, and good for small rooms, and it gives you move speed, huh? I'm gonna take that. And I'm gonna give it to our leader. We'll let him move around faster. There's also some spells here. Temporarily summon a hound nearby. Okay. Nearby means you can't throw it into the enemy system. So this is something you would summon to have additional assistance on your own ship. Or if you had a way to bring it to the enemy ship via an assault sled or a teleport spell or something of the effect, that would also work. Yeah, that's a spell also. These are exalted reagents, consumable. Ritual materials summon a redeemer. A redeemer is a very powerful creature to summon. And you can throw it, you can toss this jar through space on the enemy ship if you wanted to, but it takes you 6 seconds to be able to manage to do it. It is a consumable, so once you use it, it is gone forever. And hungering reagents that summon hungerers, another type of creature. Once again, a consumable, though. I think we do take the summon hound. Do we have any empty summon spell slots? We have one. So the only issue with taking the hound is that that's only useful for defending our ship. There are spells that will let us affect the enemy ship. Maybe we don't take it. We'll skip it. You sure, Tim? I'm sure. Let's buy some more munitions. And we'll buy the hungering reagents. Take 2 of... Actually, oh, we can take that many? We can... Okay. We'll grab 2 more also. And I'm going to give those... They are a tool. So we'll take off the repair. Give the hungry agents to Ekchura, and we'll give the repair to the new guy we hired. All right, let's continue on. You approach the Stargate. All right, so, I mean, like Faster Than Light, these are themed to certain areas. If we go to the Imperial sector, we will fight and encounter more Imperial events than not. Empty circles are the easiest. These are tougher. These are the toughest type of places you can go to. I think we go to the Technocult sector next. Oh, we were also in a... We started in an X location. Oh, well... If we go this way, it's either really easy before... You don't really want easy places before the end. Imperial sector. Your ship emerges within the boundaries of an Imperial vassal sector. While ostensibly one of the more civilized regions of space, the fall of the God King has thrown large swaths of Imperial society into disarray. By the way, I almost forgot, autofire is always left on for things that you clicked on for. So we had that on autofire the entire time so far. Alright. In this sector, I am mostly interested in upgrading the ship, not in additional crew or equipment. So we are going to go this way and make our way up here to the merchant, the mechanic here, and see what systems modules or consumables he has. You come across an abandoned comet mining operation. The former operators left behind a quality of explosive breach charges. Not useful for us because we do not have anyone who is boarding. They sell for only 1 credit. I've gotten this event quite a few times. Typically used to expose valuable asteroid minerals, these massive shaped charges occasionally see use, exposing hapless crew to the vacuum of the void. By the way, our hungering reagents say proximity to this flask is often remarked to be physically discomforting and expected to be the cause of many an empty larder. For our welding torch, a bulky high-powered tool likely sourced from a shipyard. And what was that pistol we picked up? Assault pistol. Light but powerful. This weapon has acquitted itself for millennia. I'm going to actually change this up a little bit. Let's do this. Technically, it should be this. So he can benefit from the extra DPS in that room if it comes under attack. Okay, let's keep going. You're traversing through an asteroid field when suddenly a death cult vessel emerges from behind cover to engage you. 2 thunder cannons. These are death cult members also, so you're going to see them summon zombies and throw them into our ship. That was a poison spell, I think. Oh, slow spell. Okay, gotcha. That was as well. With their weapons down. Oh, and on fire in that room. Let's go ahead and use the Reaper Beam. Oh, Tentacle! Why'd you summon that there? I wanted our thrall to man the doors. I was expecting hostile enemies. On board our ship, so I wanted the extra support. You identify a few intact cargo containers among the wreckage. Alright, let's start improving our ship a bit. So I think I would not mind having another shield point. But to get another point of shields, up here by the way is how much we have, we need to upgrade the shields twice. And then we need 2 units of power for it. So, I guess what we can do is this. And then we can unpower 1 level of our doors? Oh, no, we can't. No, we can't. Nope, that's not power. That's just a straight upgrade. We can unpower our whole Reaper Beam and do that. At least initially. Okay. We're going to skip this shrine as well. Well, do we pledge allegiance to the Imperial Shrine? No, we'll pass. A group of miners have been having trouble with pirates raiding their storage facilities near the asteroid belt. They want to know if you would be willing to help them deal with the pirates. Yeah, we'll help. You patrol the asteroid belt for several days. Finally, you detect a small fleet of raider vessels. You move to intercept them before they can attack the mining colony. By the way, spells can never miss their target, unlike your weapons. So, hitting the guy in the command throne with the Psychic Shriek before we hit him with anything else is really helpful. Who has that? It's the Marshal. He's got the welding torch. Oh, we could have just done this. It's too late. We almost fully repaired it. Their shield is recovered, so we're not going to get a chance to use our beam. Well, that was a fantastic Hole Reaper. Well done. Now, we can't unallocate that point of power, by the way, even though it's currently on cooldown. We have to wait 30 seconds before we can take that back again. So we're going to lower our engines once and repower our thunder cannon. Oh ho ho! Destroyed by an asteroid. This asteroid. The raiders are undeterred. Another vessel moves in to attack. When you have multiple combats, it just picks up immediately after it left off. So whatever state your ship is in, you have that same state. So let's just do this, right? Who's in the command room? Oh, we missed. A 3% chance. He was stunned, but the engines were still activated, so that didn't work out for us. The shields are going to recharge before I get a chance to use my Reaper Beam, so we're just going to have to just stand here. Man, that freaking shield. I want that shield lowered. Okay, we need more weaponry on the ship, is what this is telling me. Yeah, we have no way of doing this if unless we can stun the captain. Good, that takes out the weapons, but the shield's coming back online very quickly. We are slowly winning, they haven't hurt us at all. Hey! Very good. It is only a matter of time. Oh, we missed. I don't want to use another munition. We'll just wait. Some useful material can be recovered from the remains. 55 scrap and 3 munitions. Very nice. The miners are grateful for your assistance. They offer some supplies as payment. You move on. We have an energy beam and 47 scrap. Or rather, that's what they give us. So, beam weapon, similar to our Hull Reaper. In fact, it's basically the Hull Reaper, only it doesn't heal us. Much faster cast time, but it does nothing to shields. Still, it's another weapon. We might as well, I suppose, upgrade our weaponry and power it. And we'll grab another point of power so we can bring our engines back online to full. Alright, I don't really need the mercenary broker. I mean, we can still go up this way, I suppose. No, we'll head here. You tear back into real space near a giant star. A heavily armored chromic vessel is visible in orbit. It targets lock your ship. Stunned him. Let's go ahead and use our beam. It's all about hitting him with every single thing in a single salvo. Only a little bit of fire. Let's get it purged. After the explosion, a few intact supply containers remain. You managed to recover one amidst the wreckage. Choose one. Well, we don't need this. We have the combat mesh is not a very exciting piece of armor. 11 scrap is nice, but I'd rather have the munitions. Imperial ship erupts from subspace and targets you. They only have one shield, so this is a lot nicer for us. could hit them with this weapon as well, but I think we've got this matter, our Pole Reaper, but I think we have the matter well in hand without using it. Despite the devastation, you managed to retrieve a few intact supply containers, 42 scrap and 3 munitions. Do we... How far away are we from the systems? There won't be any armaments there. Sorry, what's going through my head is how much... I want to spend scrap now, but I don't want to do it before we see what's available here, or at least not spend too much. I mean, I wouldn't mind having another point of evasion, 5 more points, but that's... we don't need it at the moment. You briefly detect a chromic vessel on your sensors without it detecting you in return. The iconic pulses of the nearby star have masked your presence. This may be a good opportunity to gain the upper hand. Do it! You close in the chromic warship. Unfortunately, your approach is detected, and the cultists quickly turn to engage. They shouldn't get through my shields if everything goes well. With only one shield themselves, we have basically won this. Shields are currently suffering from a EMP effect. Down goes their Corvette. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. 29 scrap metal and 2 munitions. You enter a large asteroid field. All is quiet until a heavily armed raider warship soon reveals itself. You're mine. Ooh, he's got a, I want to say this is a breacher charge, but it might be called something different. This weapon will periodically just fire on us. It's a random spot that it targets, but whenever it charges, it fires. So this is a bit awkward for us. A little bit of damage. Oh, we should be casting Thrall as well. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. Plus 31 scrap. Let's think. We can probably upgrade our sensors once. Some events also will reward you for having higher levels of these ship systems. By the way. The one where we were given the chance to ambush the warship a jump ago was one where if we had sensors too, we would have succeeded at that. Do we need a safe place to rest? We don't need the magicians. We don't need another crew member. We're not hurt. Our ship is lightly wounded. No, we'll take a risk that there might be an event here instead. You discover a drifting escape pod. The occupant inside is long dead, but you're able to extract a psychomagnetic chip from the corpse. Another psychic shriek. That's nice. We'll give it to a ritualist. Or will we? Yes, we will. Receive an emergency transmission from an unknown source, alerting you to a nearby death cult facility. Investigate. The facility is in ruins, and most of the equipment is destroyed. However, you do spot a small unopened storage container that appears to be undamaged. Ritual materials to summon a fiend. The contents appeared to churn with the suggestions of contorted faces surfacing now and again. An incessant chanting seems to accompany it, although no sounds have ever been recorded. Nice. We could give it to our husk, but if a crew member dies while possessing anything, those things they possessed also are destroyed. The husk is a little too weak for me to risk giving him anything. Anything that I care about. And so we're not going to give it to him. By the way, if your captain ever dies, you lose. You don't get to continue. So not only does your ship have to survive, obviously your captain does as well. There's a hidden research facility here. You recover some advanced technology from within. So this is a module, mirrored fire control. The first time your ship fires a non-beam weapon, that weapon's shot count is doubled. Oh, okay, so we're firing our twin disruptor, for example, so it would fire it 4 times. And by the way, I have gotten this thing in the past, and it is not per weapon, it is any weapon. So in other words, the first weapon you fire is the one that has its shot count doubled, not the first time you fire each individual weapon. You're only allowed to have 3 modules installed at any one time. Once installed, like spells, if you want to have a new one, you just lose the old one that you're replacing. We were going here for modules, actually, to see what's available. We're still going to do that. But getting something like this makes it a little less tempting. Docking lights glimmer through the dust cloud ahead of you, betraying the presence of a large trading outpost. One of its representatives contacts you as you approach. They wish to make a deal with you. Once I was captured by cultists and found myself prisoner inside a chromac manufacturing plant. The ceaseless clang of industry and the thunderous roar of ship engines still haunt my dreams. It's a realm fueled by pure unbridled aggression. We trade. What do we have? Friendly machine slave units repair 50% faster. That would be our husk. Immunity to hull damage and system damage from enemy projections for the first 25 seconds of combat. Okay, that's nice. So basically we take no damage for 25 seconds, and then we can be stunned, enemies can board us, we can lose crew members, we can be set on fire, we can have things be ionized, but we can't be hurt. Ancient Systramon applies 5 through 22 damage to all enemy crew at the start of every fight. We don't have any borders, or that would be a tempting thing to take. So I think we passed on this. The temporal shroud is nice. I do like it. I do like it. But I'd rather have a different module. I was hoping for something that would improve our spellcasters a little bit more. So I'm going to pass. We're going to sell our breaches. I should... oh, we have some space. Medrones could be nice to heal all the crew. I'll take 2 of those. And you know what? Since we have coagulate, we should not need the welding torch. I'm going to give the welding torch actually to our husk. Okay, now we warp. Streaks of energy fly past your ship. An Imperial vessel bears down on you, weapons locked. Sensors indicate the presence of a nearby asteroid field. Let's stand and fight. Prepare to engage an incoming Imperial vessel. He's also got a twin disruptor and a bolt cannon. We should always be summoning something to start. Disable that thing they have. Oh, right, we have another Psychic Shriek. Oh, I cast Coagulate on their ship, not the Thrall. Well, that's not going to do a whole lot for me. The explosion scatters debris in all directions. You cover what you can. Fusion charges, which are really good for boarding teams, but we're not going to be having boarding teams, so this isn't too useful for us. Or another spell, Burden. Cast a projectile that slows hostile units in target area for 10 seconds. Psychic projectiles ignore shield. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Let Langwar be their downfall. Lord Gracious Mean during the 9th War of Luxem 5. We'll grab this, the Burden. After dealing with the ship, you take a moment to sweep your sensors across the nearby asteroid field. The readings suggest the presence of some sort of artificial structure. Let's investigate it. You approach the structure and discover that it is a long-abandoned storage depot, perhaps several centuries old. Likely built by early Imperial expeditions. Not much can be recovered, but some of its stores are still useful. 39 scrap metal and 4 munitions. Nice! Holy crap! Let's upgrade our Hull Reaper once. You approach the Stargate. War cult time. You arrive at a sector controlled by the War Cult, also known as the Cult of Crom. Those few devotees of Crom who have not yet succumbed to the lunatic fury afflicting so many of their brethren are principally occupied with the manufacturing of weapons and with the prosecution of the larger war against the Empire. Alright guys, we're going to stop here. We played for about an hour. Actually, so... Okay, let me rephrase. I'm going to put a break here, but obviously there's more to this video. I like to get a single attempt per video if I'm going to record this game. So give me a few seconds. I'll be back. It's going to be about a day, though, between this and the next part. Hi, everyone. All right, I'm back. Let's continue our adventure. We just made it to, I think, a War Cult sector. So we're going to see lots of servants of Crom, I believe, in this area. There's a merchant dealer close by. We don't have a lot of scrap, but we do have some things we can vendor for a little bit more. I think we should at least check it out. I'm not interested really in the mercenary broker, so we'll skip that. Oh, there's a mini-boss here. They give you some good loot if you can beat them, but they're very difficult to defeat, or at least I think so. I don't think my current ship is capable of defeating this. Unless we get a better weapon. Or another weapon of some sort, so I think we're not going to be aiming for that. If I swing down this way for the weapon dealer... Okay, we have the option of doing it if we so choose. Alright, well, let's get started. The world's not going to end without our assistance. Or it might, but we have a certain way we want it to end. Let's go down here. You pass by a large number of cargo haulers loitering aimlessly. One of the haulers broadcasts a haranguing speech and is met by wild cheers of the other hauler captains. Let's investigate. Suddenly, a small Imperial fleet drops out of subspace. They begin attacking the haulers, which scatter and flee in all directions. One of the Imperial ships heads for us. What do we have over here? We have Imperial Marshals, so more hit points than the normal citizens have. Yeah, that's our recruits. Twice as much, actually. Not that we're boarding them. So we stick with the standard plan. We get close with our disruptor, and we psychic shriek whoever's in the chair. Then we can thunder cannon. Oh, I may have mistimed that. We did not. Alright, good. Then we can beam. I generally like beaming the chair to weaken it, but this time we'll try to get these 3 rooms. Actually, we should probably get... Can't get all 4. Take out their missiles and damage their shields slightly. Oh. We took a hit to our oxygen, but it was an EMP blast. Still, it's 15 seconds that our oxygen will be draining from us. I don't feel like we need to use a Reaper Beam at the moment. Especially now that they've gotten out of the chair. Let's knock out their shields. We'll hit the chair. Good. Now they'll have no evasion. And we can beam? Again, these three. We should summon, and we should stun them. Oh, I missed. Okay. That stinks. Oh well. Should have been a little faster. I forgot I have a second scream. The surrounding space is strewn with wreckage. A portion of it retains some value. By the way, did we actually read about the beams? A weapon designed from a pre-Empire area. Despite its age, it is still effective under proper conditions. I wonder if this is saying that FTL actually occurred. And this is the far-flung future from when that game had happened. Alright. Weapon merchant time. A distant flash illuminates your viewport as a small trading vessel enters real space and maneuvers into comms range. A well-dressed group of merchants appears on your feed. They wish to trade. Let's talk first. The war cult's practice of enslaving entire colonies to manufacture weapons aboard their starships is efficient and ruthless. They exploit every resource to fuel their war machine. It's all lore, by the way. They don't give you any hints of what's coming up or stuff of that sort. But, well, I'm me, and I like reading lore, so that's what we're gonna do. This is the first time I think we're seeing what is not Space Marines over here. We have some Chaos Knights. We'll read about the troops as we get them on our ship, as boarders or when we hire them, but not on the enemy ship. We'll have too much to read. All right, let's trade. What have we got? So for consumables, we have whole integrity patches. Actually, you guys don't need me to read the text out loud. So antidotes cure poison of everybody in the room and make you immune to poison for a little bit. We don't really need this. We have Purify to help us with that. Repair drones. These are effectively coagulates. They will repair 2 damage to a system, and yes, that's what they do. But they're one-time use. They're consumables. And we have integrity patches. These heal 5 points of hull each time they're used, and once again, consumables. We don't have a missile launcher. I don't intend on buying one, so I don't care about the missile templates. Devastator beam. Pierces through shields, this one does. Can pierce through 1 layer of shields. The beam length, though, is even smaller than this energy beam is, so it's a really tight fit to fire it. It does do more damage, though, per room struck. A normal disruptor, as opposed to our twin disruptor. I don't think we really want that. And a Hole Ripper 2. Fires 4 shots. 2 damage to systemless rooms. I like both of these. I feel like the Hole Ripper is the thing we want. That plays nicely with our extra shots. If we fire it first, that's 8 shots from this weapon. But we have to wait 18 seconds to do that. It's something to consider, I suppose. We'll take it. We should start vendoring a few things we might not need. I kind of want all this stuff. We might get another crew member. We'll hold on to it. We don't really need the repair. I'll take it, though. Okay. Let's see what... Oh, this isn't a... Yeah, this is a shrine of rage. Alright, let's visit. An ominous spiked structure drifts silently in your viewport. It is a shrine to an ancient war god. As you approach, your sensors detect incoming hostile signature. Berserkers, a combat husk, and a combat husk. Alright, same thing. We could, by the way, power down our Twin Disruptor and Beam to fire the Hole Reaper, but we'll stick with this loadout here once. Okay, so standard procedure. We'll Shriek here, we'll summon a Thrall there. We'll knock out their missile system. We can use the beam. Knock out a little more. I don't feel like we need to do anything else. Just let our weapons charge and we've killed them. You retrieve a few intact cargo containers from the remains. 62 scrap. Very nice. No new threats detected. You return to the shrine. So, you can pledge yourself to one of the shrines that you find. And you will often, but not always, have to perform some task, depending upon the shrine. Here, we'll have a difficult battle to do. You'll also, depending upon the shrine, be afflicted with a penalty afterwards. This is more common for pledging to one of the gods than one of the cults, as it were. I guess we should do it to show you guys what it's like. As for the rewards you get for doing so, I'm not quite sure what you gain. You don't gain any perks. There's no new system generally. Well, it depends upon once again, it depends upon the shrine you pledge to. Let's pledge to this one and we'll see what happens. So pledge yourself to the god of war. You pledge yourself to the god of war. Moments later, you find yourself surrounded by dozens of cult warships. You begin spooling your engines, preparing to engage, but you soon realize they are attacking each other, not you. You consider joining the battle. Well, the god of war would want us to fight, not retreat, so we join. A supernatural rage overwhelms your senses. You activate your combat systems and target the nearest ship. Oh, we're still in effective... that this is... as if we're doing a series of battles in a row, because our equipment is still charged from the last time. Oh, but we don't fire multiple beams this time, I see. Knock out their engines, which is taken away. Oh, and their helms also damaged. I was hoping to knock out the shields permanently. Not much is left after the blast, but you do manage to secure a few intact supply containers. The enemy has been defeated. With the enemy defeated, another ship confronts you. It is enormous. Its commander proclaims, "I am Crom's champion." Zaltz. An insatiable killing machine, enhanced by an assortment of combat bionics and infused with dark power. Oh no, that's right, that's a Chaos Knight, not him in particular. Let's let our weapons get closer to their charge. That's probably good. That was a missile fired at us. On fire. Let's open up that. Let's shriek to stun them there, to keep those shields down. Ooh. Oh, this is going very well for us. Crom's champion's not looking so good. As the ship disintegrates, a small portion of its cargo remains intact. We successfully recover what's salvageable before the rest goes up in flames. Oh, we can get a... Is this a better energy? Let's see. Yes, this is arguably better, but it takes... The beam length is twice as long as our first energy beam, but it takes 7 more seconds to power up. It will sell for about 22 scrap or so, maybe 30. Or do we take a better vest, not that we can really use it, and 24 scrap? We have a different... You know what? This energy beam would give us something to fire as long as we're waiting to power up our weapon system a little more. So I guess we will take this. The Chromic Champion has been defeated. There is a brief period of silence and stillness. A sudden flash of argent lightning pierces the stellar backdrop and sends a shockwave rippling across the battle zone. Every cultist vessel winks out of existence. Your ship is alone once more. Your hands tremble uncontrollably. A white-hot sigil has been burned into the inside of your left wrist. You feel an insatiable lust for battle. Shrine of Rage act... Oh, it tells you what it does! War cultist units appear more frequently in rewards and merchants. Only one shrine can be active at a time. Okay! So it basically gives us a certain type of troop that we can get. These two guys are blood cultists, and we don't have a allegiance. So now... Okay. They won't... The new guys we get won't benefit from the blood cultist pain engine, but maybe we'll be happy to have them. Note, though, that we cannot rest for 3 jumps on our commander. That does not mean you can't be healed. It just means you won't heal naturally. Alright, well, we did it. Plus we got a bit of scrap. It's gonna be expensive leveling up our weapon system, but let's take another point in it. Okay, let's just do this. Sorry, viewer. Not speaking, I don't think this is a good loadout at the moment for our weapons. We really... I don't know. We really want that another point to take the Hull Ripper than just 2 points for Beam 2. Your ship re-enters real space. Nothing out of the ordinary is happening at this jump node. We move on. How much munitions do we have? We have plenty of munitions, 38. Okay, so let's avoid the shipyards at the moment. And we'll aim for the mechanic. A war cult vessel comes into view. They activate their comms channel. Give me a good fight. Well, we'll do our best. That's coming over here, isn't it? It's not. Okay. It is. Okay, we're gonna have hostiles on our ship. And there's gonna be 2 combat husks. We still need to take out their ship. Just too slow, by the way, on getting that. Getting the assault sled. We're gonna have to deal with it. We'll super strengthen the doors. It's landing in our sensors. Let's get that guy out of here, and you will come over here to help us fight. We can stun them. To give us a small advantage, and then she can work the weapons, the shield system. We'll use the Reaper Beam. don't know if we've seen much in the way of physical combat before. In terms of what the enemies, like, when they attack us or what as we fight in melee. We must have by now. Oh, yeah, we absolutely have him. You troll the wrecked ship for useful material. I wondered for half a second if I should explain how combat works, but no, we don't have to. All right, well done, guys. That wasn't so tough. We're down 4 hit points, but that's not too bad. We could take another point of weaponry, which would let me activate the second beam. Let's do that. Your ship translates back into real space. In front of you is a weapons manufacturing facility left behind by a chromic war fleet. I believe here we can maybe... Oh, well, let's find out. Oh, we just get munitions. You search the facility and find a cache of ordnance. Your rewards are a bit randomized. You're not guaranteed to get the same thing you might have gotten the last time that you arrived at a spot. We're okay. We don't need the shipyard at the moment. You find yourself under attack by a chromic warship. Though ostensibly on a courier mission, many war cultists find the monotony of logistical duty insufferable and seek out any opportunity to do battle. Our first cargo carrier viewer. Now, we have no way of getting it. This right here is cargo, and if you teleport into the enemy ship and attack this room, as if you were on another system attacking the system itself, you can break this open and you'll get what's inside of it. You can also, if you destroy all the crew, without, like, if you don't destroy the ship but kill the crew aboard of it, then you can also get this because, well, you didn't blow up the ship. But blowing up the ship will render this unrecoverable. There we go. Okay, it is time. But, hold on. No, you attack that. We missed the weapons room. That's very nice. What appears to be small supply shipment. What appears to be oh, there's missing an A. What appears to be a small supply shipment spills out from the gutted vessel. 42 metal and 1 munition. High temperatures detected. Maybe we don't even stop by the merchant. I don't feel like we need to. I think we just fight and upgrade our ship at the moment. Let's go here next. Your ship transitions into real space close to a large star. A chromic vessel approaches, weapons armed. Improved beam weaponry optimized for beam duration. Developed as a stopgap solution following the appearance of energy shielding. By the way, for our second. We have enemies approaching, I see. It's an apparent. You'll deal with it. I guess we should send... Oh, we should stun him, actually. Shields are down, Tim. You need to hit them now. Holy crap, that was wonderful. We just melted them. Their shields are back online, though. Fire. Let's get it out. Actually, we can go out this way. Oh, this cultist here has a shield going around this area. It works like this shield does, only you have to hit it to bring it down. The explosion scatters debris in every direction. Enough remains intact to be worth salvaging. 49 bucks. You encounter a warship belonging to the Cult of War. It is damaged from a previous engagement, but it does not seem to have diminished its willingness to fight. Same plan, viewer. A few supply containers survived the blast. You're able to retrieve one of them before the rest are lost to the void. We can take a lance weapon. It'll be our first one of these. So let's just talk about this really quick. Lances can only be fired a certain number of times and then no more during a battle. This can only be used twice per fight, and that's it. However, it completely ignores the shields of the enemy ship. So it goes... Later, we're going to encounter ships with 3, 4, and possibly even 5 shields as we move forward. Our current setup will not allow us to damage those ships, for example. We'll need some other way to get through. That could be the way we do it. We could take the energy lance, drop this beam. I think we're going to do it. Let's take it. It does start the battle fully charged also, which is nice. Let's read the text. A venerable design, served in countless conquest fleets before being phased out of service in favor of cheaper, more efficient versions. Ignores shield, small chance of hull breach, inflicts minor crew damage, starts pre-charge, 2 damage per shot, fires once, 12-second charge time after we fire it. Okay. Let's keep moving. Could we beat this? I don't think we can, viewer. It'd be tempting to try a mini-boss battle. We have some decent weaponry on us. I don't know. No, I don't think we can. If it has 4 shields, how am I destroying it? So we could go there, and we could see what it's like, and if it's too tough for us, we could possibly escape getting to the merchant afterwards. I guess we'll do that, viewer. Let's give that a try. You rush to battle stations as you find yourself assailed by an unidentified warship. It is no longer under the control of a mortal crew, but is instead possessed by a demonic will. Worse still, your intruder alarms begin to blare. Something has arrived on your ship. You have orders? We do not, or at least not at this difficulty. Okay. Oh! There's nothing to stun on this vessel, by the way. Nothing pilots these vessels. So, the command helm, we can't see it because this hound's in the way, but it looks like a heart. It is what is effectively flying the ship, but you cannot destroy it permanently. The ship will regenerate it, or if you do damage it. Let's see how many times we hit the... Oh! You know, it just occurs to me. The first shot we fire fires twice that number of shots. This would mean that the energy lance must fire twice. Let's see if that's true. It does! Okay. That will knock out the evasion of the ship. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. Now, you probably didn't notice, and I haven't explained it yet, but as we're fighting, there's a meter that's being filled up here. As long as something is managing our helm, when that meter will allow us to warp out of the fight into another fight, assuming it's not the end battle. I have retreated from these battles before that we're about to do. Let's see how tough this is for us. Your path crosses something ancient and pulsing. Not dead, not quite alive. Your instruments twitch. The void has grown a tongue. Oh, these are... I've never seen some of these things before. I've never seen possessed enforcers. Oh, man. Okay, let's start. A lifeless meat puppet flashes erratically on your view screen. Body fused with what used to be a command throne. It does not speak. You power your weapons and prepare to engage the monstrosity. Alright, same plan, viewer. First off, let's get a thrall into our door room to man it in case we're boarded. We will not be... Oh my goodness, look at all of this. Okay, well, same plan, viewer. Same plan. We gotta hit them hard and quick. Alright, so let's Psychic Shriek to start. We're gonna pummel the command throne? Oh, look at... So, they've got a shield in place. So, we'll have to disrupt first to knock that out. We could stun that person too. Oh, we can't! They blocked that too! Alright, then we're forced to go after something different. So let's do this. Alright, we did knock out some systems. Oh god! Our Husk is dead! I did not even realize we had some... Alright, they must have hit him with a spell and killed them. Our captain will have to go there then. This thrall can work the weapon systems. Our worm is needed here. Oh god, this fiend's gonna be tough. We'll have to watch this battle to make sure we win it. Oh, we can coagulate here. Our lance is up. That's enough. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. You stay. Oh, we lost our crew, the Husk working that. They've got their shield. Oh, we have Husks being spawned everywhere. We have to deal with them. Killing these zombies might spawn toxins. fire out. Oh god, you get out of there. Heal our shields. Work the weapons. Get back on engines. Just keep beaming these things then instead, since we're not allowed to target other things. A spectral whisper echoes through your ship. A droning noise surrounds you. Infernal energies sweep across the hull of the monstrosity, newly awakened by malefic energy. Demon hearts spawned, enemy reinforcements, enemy systems repaired, enemy crew reinforcements. Why don't you three come over here? We're gonna heal, just in case some of those reinforcements make their way to us. Oh, oxygen's down. It's a good thing I noticed that. They got pulled into the enemy ship, which can happen. There's a weapon that does that. Let's get you repairing the oxygen. Swap who's where to keep our people alive. We need a stun. Oh, well, we're not going to get it. They're summoning more... All these guys are summoning creatures to throw on our ship. Because of where they're casting their spells, though, like, so the good news about disruptors is that as long as they hit the shield, they deactivate the actual shield system. That's all I want here. We missed one of the attacks. That's a big summon from the heart. I mistimed it, and we're not going to get a chance to... We won't get a chance to use our beam. I think we still have this room, but it's going to be very close. I have to watch when these hit, if they hit. First time I defeated it. That's the Steam achievement. A series of violent convulsions rip through the creature's spine. 146 scrap metal. A gush of entrails and valuables pour forth from the sundered maw. You snatch what you can before the rest liquefy in a cloud of bubbling acid. We get a Chaos Star. Calls upon dark gods in times of need. This will spawn creatures depending upon what we're fighting and where we are. Sometimes they're permanent. Most of the time, they're temporary. We can summon Warbringers. Teleport all crew in target room to random rooms in an opposing ship. I don't really care about that. Why don't we grab... I'll grab Rudeness Reagents. We're going to summon some help for us. Wait. Oh my goodness. There is a lot of fighting happening. Okay, let's stun this. No, we should stun when we're about to engage in combat. But I do want some assistance here. Actually, she'll stun here. Oh, that was way too quick. You get in this room because we're gonna heal again. You come down here. Okay. Oh my goodness, those are some stronger enemies. Let's heal here. We're gonna need a hungerer. Let's get that going, and we'll meet them in this room. Or we won't. We need the air fixed. Let's see. Oh, one of these things is my thing. Alright, we have a hungerer also. Okay. Let's get a thrall summoned. Stun the hungerer. Get over here. Get over here. Get in the command throne. Poisoned. Let's purify. Need to get our oxygen healed back. Okay. Alright, situation is under control. Kind of. Our tentacle's dying. You're poisoned. Sorry, tentacle. You'll live, but barely. Okay, we have to repair this. Well, we don't have to. We could leave that just as an empty void, I suppose. What's up ahead of us? We do have a room we can rest at, I suppose. No, I want it fixed. Let's get you two in here. Good enough. Okay, everyone back to... Alright, that was your starting rooms, huh? It's been a while since I've apparently done this. Alright, so you move here, you move here. Okay, let's do some loadout stuff. Take more hungerers. We'll take a fiend. And that will do. Let's warp. An Imperial supply ship flashes into real space. They contact you wanting to trade. Let's talk first. The Blood Cult employs forbidden technology to drain the life force of their captives. They believe that by merging organic and mechanical elements, they can siphon the essence of their victims directly into their dark rituals. Now we trade. So what do we have? We have ocular laser implants plus a DPS to machine priests. We have no machine priests. Terminus bands. All friendly crew explode on death, dealing 10 damage to nearby enemy crew. So things like you summoning a thrall are affected by this, for example. We don't have very many ways of getting crew or the like that, though. Altar of Blood. Plus 2 DPS to all Blood Cultist units. We have 2 of them, so that would be more damage that they would do. Though, we're not going to get very many of them going forward. We could get a Thrall Pit. I've never used this before, but it would, I believe, over time it spawns Thralls for us in our ship. So we would have more effective troops, even though they're not too effective. If we take this and this, that gives our ship at least something that can help us defend, and when our thralls die, they detonate. What else do we have? A 2-power 3-shot weapon that has a medium chance of fire. Another devastator beam. And a 1-power 2-shot retributor. I'm tempted to take these. And do I want to drop the disruptor? I don't think I do. So when a system is actually been affected by ion damage, like the shield system, it will take longer to recharge than if I just hit it with a normal shot of something. Okay. I think we sell the energy beam. Let me think. I really like this little beam. It's been great for us. I do like it. But I don't think we're going to be using it going forward. Okay. We drop the thunder cannon. The difference here, by the way, is that the thunder cannon does 2 damage with its 1 shot. This does 1 damage with its 1 shot. But I still want more shots. So there we go. How are we looking? We have 3 empty spots. We have 3 power. So that would be the Hole Ripper. And we drop the little energy beam. I'm not sure which of these I want yet. It doesn't hurt us to take the energy lance to start the battle, though. Since it starts the battle pre-charged, right away when combat starts, we can fire it once, then depower it, power the Twin Disruptor, and then wait for things to charge. So I think we go with this to start, or continue, as it were. We did take some hits, so while we probably shouldn't repair, because we can use those resting spots to do so, I'm a little nervous we're going to run into something really fearsome right away, so I am going to repair to max. Or rather, as max as this place will allow us to. 250 left. I feel like we need another point of shields at this point. Okay. So now... do we take a Thrall Pit? We also can, but there's a Terra Amplifier, by the way. This stuns enemies. I think we can target a specific spot, so we'd have 3 total stuns, if I really care to do that sort of thing. I'm not really worried about the gravitational field, so this is something we just activate, and it slows the entire side of the enemy. While everything on their ship is slowed down. But I've never used this before, and if we do find war cultists, I think they want to cast damaging spells, and I think their spells use thralls to enhance their spells, so I will grab the Thrall Pit. We gotta pick a spot to place it in. We'll place it here. It will need power, so we don't have that at the moment, so that's all we're gonna do. Let's proceed on. You approach the Stargate. Well, I think we can keep... Oh, can we do this one? Can we? We're gonna try. All right. Bubonic Territories. Ancient realm of the Death Lords. The bubonic territories were once the result of 3 consecutive centuries of biochemical warfare waged by early human civilizations upon themselves. These barely habitable zones are now home to the champions of Gorgoth, the Lord of Death. Oh, we should read about this system, by the way. What does it say? A strange chamber covered in flesh, frequently found among the ruins of fallen noble houses. They appear to have particular importance for certain cultist rituals. We already have pledged allegiance to a shrine, so we don't really need to pledge to something else. We don't need any other weaponry. We're not going to be going for ordnance. This is what we want. We want a chance of getting war cultists. But we can get to there from any direction that we pick. Let's get started. You come across a death cult warship transporting valuables. We have no way of getting the valuables, so that's neither here nor there. We're going to stun them to prevent them from actually repairing that. We'll summon a thrall to work our engines. We'll now stun their captain. Alright, so far this is working well. We beg you, relent. Here, we offer these supplies. Spare us. I accept your surrender. There's no guarantee. So, when it comes to surrendering, you might not get anything better than what they've offered. Like, I've destroyed ships and gotten less scrap from destroying the ship than what's offered. I will usually take the surrender. Unless it's something I do not need, like a weapon or something like that, like a melee weapon for a crew member. Let's proceed on. Oh, I meant to charge. So the Lance starts, by the way, fully charged. I'm supposed to mention this too. As you travel through an asteroid field, your ship detects a faint energy signature emanating from a nearby asteroid. Upon landing on the asteroid, you discover that it houses a long-abandoned technocult shrine. Let's explore it. You enter the main chamber of the shrine and encounter a group of raider merchants. They are looting the shrine and offer to sell you some of their finds. Random equipment, so this will be like weapons or armor or the like. 15 scrap? Let's do it. The raiders are satisfied with the transaction. A siege claw. It's a weapon. I don't think we have any free weapons. We do not. It's useful for your when you're boarding enemies, since it lets you break through doors faster, but it won't do anything for us, unfortunately. So, I forgot to mention this. The Lance, by the way, when we warp in, even if it's not powered, it is fully charged. So we could fire the Twin Disruptor, switch over to the Lance and fire it, and then go back to the Twin Disruptor again, if we want to. The only difference there is that we've fired 4 of these shots as opposed to 2 of these, and we didn't have to wait for this. Actually, we wouldn't have had to wait for that to charge, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We don't need this merchant. We're going to proceed onward. You happen upon a death cult ship lying in wait within the toxic subspace clouds. It powers up its weapons and lurches towards your ship. By the way, you can see what enemy weapons are down below. I already recognize all these weapons. They're using 2 Mark 1 putreficators and 1 Mark II putreficator. And I think that's a corrosive missile they're firing too. Yes. Okay, it makes sense for them. They're all about disease. So when these hit a room, it fills it with gas. This is the same way, the same thing, only this ignores the shield because it's a missile. And this shoots twice, not once, and does the same thing. We should be summoning, Tim, some assistance. Actually, why not try to destroy them and heal us a little bit while we're at it? The missile launcher isn't completely red, so it can still fire the missile. It's just slowed down a bit. Ho ho! Well done, Tim. You scavenge what you can from the remains. 51 scrap metal and 3 munitions. Let's warp. We don't really need the shipyard, I feel. There's one over here when we're going up in that direction. You sense a Malthic presence. A possessed vessel is attacking us. I promise you, we will power this eventually, but right now I want the scrap for the potential purchase of another. Like, I want to have a little bit saved. I don't want to just start spending it all, because if I don't find any more, I do want some to hire another crew member up ahead. All right, so on this vessel we can't stun anybody. So let's. I guess we're just gonna have to go for the shield. The other problem with these vessels, this type of vessel, by the way, is that there's no oxygen in it. So our retributor can't spawn fire. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast, plus 78 scrap. That's enough that we could take an upgrade. Let's grab an upgrade for a thrall pit, and we'll grab 2 pieces of energy to power it. So I think it does it automatically. It does. Okay, let's get going. A large frozen corpse collides with one of your ship's antenna masks. Later, you discover an item caught in the mask scaffolding, a parasite shield. That is a... Oh, I went the... No, we went the right way. That is a tool. Reduces enemy DPS by 1, plus 25 move speed, minus 5 max hit points. I don't think I have anybody that I would like to give this to. Actually, this guy could work. He could work. No, we'll just hold on to it. We're gonna have to vendor some of this stuff we're holding soon. You arrive at the jump node and find nothing of note. You continue onwards with your journey. We have a difficult battle against a possessed ship here. You find your ship under fire from a malformed cult vessel. Its crew is dead, yet some fiendish force allows it to continue functioning. I want it to be a little closer so we can use our hull ripper. Alright, there we go. Scattered debris litters the area. You managed to retrieve some useful material. The exoskeleton's very nice, but we don't have anyone who wears armor. Although, to be fair, this is probably more useful than the siege claw plus 10 scrap, so we'll take it. Do we have anyone? Actually, we have someone who's wearing armor. Elixo. Let's give him the tactical exoskeleton. He'll lose some hit points, but he'll be faster. And have some suffocation resistance. I'm almost tempted to give him the parasite shield and drop the fiendish. You know what? I'm going to do that. We really need more troops. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. We're only a little wounded. We could either use a machine slave to work the helm or something, but we're going to be hiring someone soon. I think we'll just fix our hull here. While most of the shipyard's facilities have long been abandoned, a small handful are still functional. You use them to repair your hull. Your vessel drops in from subspace. No other ship activity is detected here. Press on. Your ship's scanners detect a massive subterranean base on a desolate moon. Its inhabitants contact you. They propose a trade. Everyone laughed when I said blast doors were just as important as shielding back at the Academy. But I'm still standing here. And they are not. Let's trade. He's got some good-looking people. It's a shame I don't have the scrap to buy some of them. Let's see. So these are war casters. Let's see. We definitely want war cultists, right? We've got stuff that... Oh! Well, I mean, it's the blood cultists we want, thanks to the modules we possess, but we don't really have a way to get more of them. We took the wrong shrine type. Let's see. Scavenger, Cyber Priest, Hex Priest. Ha! We get even more psychic shrieks. Okay, so what are we looking at here? So, the Herald of Ruin has a self-teleport. That could be useful to leap into the room that has like the storage or supply stuff in it. And grab it, and then get out, if we wanted to. I don't think I care about that. I guess we grab another Psychic Shriek in a matter of speaking. So we'll grab a Warseer. Let's go to our loadout. Here he is. Okay, so we can give him some armor, and we can give him a weapon as well. And we can send them off to the engines. Okay, I guess that will do. We don't have the money to afford anyone else here, but we should probably begin getting rid of some of this stuff. So let's get rid of the Siege Claw. I don't want to get rid of my summon stuff. We should actually begin using these on our ship. Even if I don't think we will 100% need it. Any battle looks tough. We should use one of these. So we have some more defense on the ship. We're not going to need burden. Consider for a little more scrap. The rest of this we hold on to. Can we sell the energy beam? I've liked using the 2 beams, but I don't know if we need it. I think I was hoping for a different type of cultist, by the way, not these types. That's too late. We didn't have a choice. Okay. So Do I want the scrap from this? Not yet. And how's our ship? It's another 100, I think 20 to increase. Sorry, 190 to get 2 more points of weapon capacity if I want to use this slot and all these. But as long as we're using the lance, I don't need to do that. It's only if I want to use the energy beam too, and I'm not sure we want to yet. Let's proceed on. We can make the choice later. Oh, there's more merchants here. Maybe we shouldn't have spent all the... Okay, we can stop by there and sell some stuff if need be. Your craft emerges from subspace amidst a swirling ion maelstrom. Sirens begin wailing. Intruders detected. We have 2 berserkers, a warseer, 3 berserkers and a warseer. Our doors aren't being manned at the moment, so these guys might get through somewhat quickly. Get him, Hungerer, get him! The intruders have been eliminated. Recover some equipment from the remains. A machine cannon. Oh, this is still not set up properly, Tim. Okay, let's save those spots. This button saves where everyone's located. This button sends them back to wherever it was you had last saved them at. We also, by the way, should probably read about the Thralls and this Hungerer that we have. Thrall. Entire planets, mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters, all have vanished beneath the rippling pools of Hamia, that scarlet blight upon our domain. And we've got a Hungerer. A dissection was promptly ordered, which resulted in the destruction of the surgical plinth. Nevertheless, we were able to retrieve the decomposed remnants of no less than 25 members of the crew, which were promptly incinerated. We did use a Hungerer, so let's equip another one of those. This is a better weapon for anyone in a large room, so that although it will slow them down, but I think that will be acceptable for him, since this counters that. Okay, that will be good. You detect an Imperial ship under attack by a raider vessel. Of course we're going to attack. We have the Hull Reaper here, too, to help us. You primed your Hull Reaper system and engaged the beleaguered Imperial ship. Your vessel's hull is regenerated as the Imperial ship crumbles beneath the assault, +5 hull integrity. The raider vessel flees, unwilling to risk more combat. You salvage the remnants of the destroyed Imperial ship and move on. Siege armor, 20 hit points, immune to suffocation, -25% speed. An assault shield, reduces enemy DPS by 1 and gives you 2 DPS. And 6 munitions, not bad. Oh, he's got the parasite shield too. So his speed is still improved a little bit. What's our leader using again? Oh, he only has a weapon slot and then 2 spells. Okay. We could give this guy the pistol and the siege armor, so his speed is not affected. He gets 20 hit points, and now he is also immune to suffocation. Okay, let's move on. This is probably a mistake, but maybe we can sell enough stuff to hire someone else. I can put you in touch to whomever you want, for a fee. Talk. Have you ever met a follower of the war god, Crom? I have heard tales of the berserkers invoking the Lord of Wrath in battle, turning the tide of entire wars. Let's trade. Serval Husk, Imperial Recruit, Berserker. We have a weapon and a shield. Oh, and they're selling better weapon. Are you better weaponry? Nothing here I'm interested in, though. Nothing there I'm interested in either. Okay, so we can almost hire the Serval Husk. He wants a weapon and a tool. We have those. I feel it's a little bad to sell the Duraplate armor, but it would give us enough. And then our Archmage does not need to be manning the helm. Or I guess he still could, and we can send this guy down here. And we should give him some stuff. Okay. You approach the Stargate. Oh man, viewer. We should probably do the exclusion zone. There's going to be more stuff for us there than there is in the Forge Enclave, but a lot of this is going to be... It's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough area. But I guess that's what we're here to watch. So we'll warp here, we'll read the intro text, and then I'll put a break here. And we'll be back to wrap up this attempt in the next part, which will take just a few seconds for you guys, but another day or so for me. You arrive on the outskirts of an exclusion zone, a region of space demarcated by Imperial astrogation authorities as areas containing subspace anomalies of magnitudes greater than Class 6. The path ahead is long and treacherous, but those who come ready may find great rewards. I should have sold the energy beam. Okay, well, we didn't. Oh wow, this is indeed a long one, huh? There's no armament here at this mechanic, waiting for us at the very end. Oh wow, and there isn't a whole lot of these shipyards on the way to the end of this spot either. We likely won't have any money for the merchant, but we'll probably go here, here, and then make the choice. But we'll start that in a few seconds when I come back for taking a break. Give me a second. Hey everyone. Alright, I'm back. I realize this is going to get rolled into the same video, but it's been a day, and I want to do a quick summary and take stock of the situation before we continue, because for me it's been, once again, a day since I last recorded. So let's see. So, we've got crew, and we have got arguably extra crew that we are creating via our, what's it called again? Blood thing? Thrall pit. Blood thing? A thrall pit, right. The intention of this, by the way, was to get a psyker that would be able to consume thralls to increase the power of their spells. There are such things that exist, but we didn't get lucky and get one in the last two places we visited to get more troops. So that is obviously thus not an option for us. They're still useful because they can delay enemies briefly on our ship, and we can use them to repopulate stations if we have to move our folks around. We could technically use a thrall in our command helm, for example, our command throne, if we so wanted. I think, can we? We can. It dies immediately when we warp, but we can do it if we need to move our commander out, for example. So, not technically a waste, but we're probably not going to be leveling it again unless we find an actual war cultist that can utilize thralls in some way. We've got quite a diverse cast of characters. A machine slave, a war cultist, Imperial citizen, 2 blood cultists, a demon, and our commander. We could probably make a sitcom out of this in today's environment. I'm pretty sure. The unfortunate part is that because they're all so varied, it means we're not really benefiting from the any particular module that we install. Obviously, you want as many as one thing as possible to benefit the most many passives that you possess. We do not. But also, on that same note, we do potentially, or could have had the potentially, a way of dealing with different types of threats, or taking advantage of the fact we have diverse characters, which we are in some capacity doing, I suppose. Now that said, despite the fact that we got a lot of different types of people, we're not really using that many different types of spells. It looks like we have 3 psychic shrieks to keep enemies stunned in various parts of their ship. Recall that spells do not miss the target. So it's a guaranteed stun on an enemy for 5 seconds on a 40-second cooldown. If we stagger the casts, we can keep the command throne permanently, well, not permanently, but often disabled, allowing our weapon systems to hit more often. Speaking of those, looks like we've got a decent array of weaponry. Lots of shots, mostly because later on, even though we'll have the command throne incapacitated, we're going to end up having to deal with enemies' evade rates, and that will prove annoying, and would rather not have too many of our shots miss. We're still using our heavy lance. I have not yet fully committed to using the energy beam yet. We'll see how well the next 2 battles go. Maybe I won't even use the energy lance for one, just see how well it, once again, goes for us. And if it does indeed go in our favor, maybe we'll swap out the energy lance for a energy beam. I would need to grab 2 more points of power, though, to do that. Which is going to be 60 points plus 90, so that's 150 plus, I think it's another 100 for the final. Yeah, it is. Oh, it even tells me over there on the right via this giant tooltip I managed to avoid seeing this entire time how much it is. So that's 190, so 250 scrap is needed for us to fully upgrade our weapon systems. We have 8 at the moment. If we want to replace the lance with the beam, it's something to consider. We have 2 points in our Hull Reaper, which is decent. We would like a 3rd, but once again, that's more scrap. We haven't upgraded our life support yet. We should probably consider doing that, and our engines are rather low, and we also 1 point low on our shields. So we have quite a bit to still spend more on. We also have our door control and sensors only at level 2, and those could probably stand to get upgraded one more time, potentially, if we so desire. We also have the command throne, by the way. You can always improve your command throne, but I don't like the upgrade to the command throne. It reduces the amount of evasion that it gives you some evasion if no one's manning it, but that level is so small that I feel this is not ever worth upgrading. It does give you more hit points on the command throne, so you can take more than a single blast force disabled. I don't know if it's worth the scrap to upgrade it. And as for modules, we have Pain Engine for plus hit points to our 2 blood cultists. Right, and we're doubling the shots our ship does for the first time we fire a weapon. Alright. Okay. With the summary done, I mean, we have more spells we didn't cover, right? So we have Purify, give us a little bit of time in which we're not affected by poison in particular. Or perhaps, it does remove mind control. Alright, that's good to know too. We can also summon a Thrall, giving us 4 total on our ship, although this takes about, how long? 10 seconds to cast it. And we can heal? That's about right for coagulate. We can heal a system damage it's taken. Once again, that's not whole damage, it's system damage. Alright. All that said, we are a long way off from this merchant that we're probably not going to need to visit anyway. And we're rather close to the weapons dealer that we don't have any scrap for. That said, I still think we make our way towards it. If we end up with about 60 scrap, we can visit him. This is a exclusion zone, if I recall correctly, was our last jump. So we're in the toughest area of the game, and arguably the toughest area to do it in, because it's 1 warp away from the end boss sector. Let's get started. We come across a distress signal being broadcast from the center of a large rift storm. Investigating could be dangerous, so... Well, we don't get anything if we don't investigate. We're currently at full life on our crew, full hull. Let's do it. You reach the origin of the signal and find a long-abandoned transport vessel. You salvage what you can from within, plus 77 scrap. Oh, nice. Hey, I'll take a free 77 scrap. We have a choice of a guaranteed combat here or going down here towards the merchant. We're gonna skip the merchant. While they might have another type of weapon system, I think our beam will be good if I do want to upgrade our ship another time to support it permanently being used. So we're gonna skip this and go here instead to get a guaranteed fight. The searing heat of a nearby sun is no deterrent for the technical seekers. Anomalous signature detected. Commencing attack protocols. What do they have? Medic Pulse 2 stuns targets in the room for 5 seconds. A Hole Ripper 1. A Storm Cannon 2 fires 3 shots. And an Acid Missile. Okay. Well, let's do it. Start by summoning a Thrall. Right, to watch her stuns. They're casting things as... Oh, the stuns, of course. We don't have fire yet. Oh! Oh, that spell does consume a Thrall. Hold on, we have a spell that consumes a Thrall. Coagulate does. So it normally heals 1 hit point of damage, but it consumes the Thrall to heal another point of damage in the room. I noticed the blood going towards this guy as he was casting the spell. Oh wow, it's over for the enemy. It's over for them. They're on fire, they're at 2 hit points left. Ooh. We don't care about the Thrall very much. You've bested us! Take our goods and leave us our lives. Our shot is about to collide with them. No. The surrounding space is strewn with wreckage. A portion of it retains some value. 59 scrap and 1 munitions. Let's jump away. A damaged chromic interceptor drifts out from one of the rift storms scattered throughout this area. Attack! Kill! The voice coming through the comms is barely a croak. There is an ominous aura about it. Attack! You move to engage the vessel. So I guess we should purge that. I'd like to fire the Hole Ripper this time, not the Twin Disruptor to start. Just to see. And we're going to try skipping the Lance this time. Okay. It takes a while to get that ready, though. Let's start with this. Oh, no one's in the command throne. Well, then we'll just destroy their shields. Several cargo containers managed to survive the blast. Plus A2 scrap. Wow, we have 226 just like that. That's amazing. I've kind of liked this loadout. It would also save us 250. Maybe we don't do the beam. I don't know if I've mentioned the strategy of moving around on this, but generally I like having choices as opposed to being forced to go somewhere. So if we go here, these 2 places are open for us to go. If we go here, we have to go here. So I always try to go places where I have at least two choices. You arrive in a system and immediately find yourself in the middle of a massive battle between the Imperial Armada and the war fleets of the infernal cults. Request Imperial assistance. Since we have an Imperial citizen on board, we can select this. I don't know if I've explained this, by the way, but just like Faster Than Light, if you meet the criteria for a dialogue option, it will show up, and it's almost always, if not always, going to be something that benefits you. One member of your crew is familiar with Imperial protocols and invokes a special request for combatant protection. A few of the smaller Imperial vessels dutifully respond and surround your vessel, expecting your vessel to be transporting critical supplies or an important noble. Pressured by their command to act in haste, they fail to ascertain your vessel's provenance and begin escorting you out of battle. One by one, your escorts falls victim to the long-range fire from their cultist enemies. However, they persevere in their duty. The last of the corvettes sacrifices itself to defend your vessel at the edge of attack range. You salvage some materials from the tumbling wreckage before continuing on your way. I knew what's great. Remember, guys, we're not the good guys. we're not the good guys here. We are, if nothing else, just another attempt to end the universe as we know it. I mean, we could do it and just take the beam weapon. All this scrap, though, could be used to also upgrade other systems. How much is it to get another shield? Almost the same amount. Alright, I'm going to make a decision and upgrade 2 other systems first. We're going to grab the Max Hull Reaper. The cooldown is the same, but we gain 1 point of shield piercing. So thus we can go through an enemy shield with this weapon. We're also going to upgrade our life support system once. What this will do is it increases the rate at which our oxygen refills on the entirety of the ship. Alright. Let's carry on. Your sensors detect a civilian vessel being pursued by an Imperial Crusade ship. The Crusade ship is closing fast. Let's assist them. You target the Crusade ship and prepare to fight. Alright. Feels weird. I want to try not using the lance. No, it's not going to work. Not for this fight, at least. The shield is still active. Okay, so... It's going well for us. We could have also used our Hull Reaper by now, obviously. The explosion litters the surrounding space with wreckage. Some of it can be put to use. Plus A2 scrap. The civilian vessel is nowhere to be found. You know what, viewer? I think we will take the last weapon upgrade. We don't need it quite yet. Not quite yet. One more victory with more scrap and we'll take it. A ragged vessel burns towards you from the edge of a rift storm. It is Imperial marked. A deranged figure screams through the transmission. Do not fire! We're not your enemy! It's behind us! It's still coming! Defend the Imperial ship. Let's go ahead and defend them because it might be something we can salvage. You move into attack range of the enemy vessel. Your comms array intercepts one of their transmissions. Hostile posture confirmed. EM scatter indicates weapons charging. Forward batteries are active. Recommend immediate combat posture. Oh, okay. This is a new race. We haven't seen these before. Interfacers. To my knowledge, we'll never be able to hire these guys, and there's currently no commander or even one of their ships available to us. So let's read about these guys by hovering over them. A clone soldier from an exocultural civilization. Genetically human, but augmented with a variety of enhancements, including faster reaction speed, improved spatial reasoning, and refined combat ability. Not too many hit points, but 5 DPS makes them rather decent. System manning bonus double, that's useful for them too. And 2 photon cannons. Stuns enemies, fires twice both of these. A more powerful photon weapon variant, this version emits no detectable heat signature and leaves behind geometric scarring, inconsistent with any known weapon class. Mysterious aliens are here. Oh, okay, so our hull disruptor is not actually getting us through their shields. Oh, they have 35. I should have looked at that first. They have 35 evade. Oh, I forgot I have a disruptor, right. And I should be watching for the shields drop so I can use my Hull Reaper. The ship is torn apart, revealing the contents inside. Only a portion of it can be recovered. Well, that's a lot of Redeemers we could summon. But we're not going to really equip those. I don't think we are. So we'll grab... Oh. They're better than the Hungerers, Tim. But this will let me upgrade my weapon system. We'll take the scrap. Make contact with the supply barge. You learned they were en route to an ore processing facility before being ambushed by a squadron of strange starships. Their entire escort complement was destroyed. The Imperials are grateful for your assistance and offer you a spare supply caster, plus 105 flippin' scrap! Well, we're doing this. Alright. We can probably spend a little bit more on our engines. We could probably do that again, if I really want to. Yeah, we could. And that would be everything. Like, we would have no more leftover battery power. We'd have to start moving things around to take advantage of perhaps what... no, I'm going to start babbling. No one cares. Let's see. We're still far away, also, from the merchant. So let's do it. Okay, there we go. This is our ship. We can improve these as well, if we so desire later, but we're now all done with the how we're going to be, well, where we're placing our the power in our ship. You come across an Imperial vessel firing upon a nearby space colony. Life pods stream from the colony in all directions as its former inhabitants try to escape the onslaught. You're an open broadcast from the Imperial ship. Attention, citizens of Colony HD 34.681. Heretical activity has been detected within your ranks. By the command of the Solar Hegemon, your lives are now forfeit. May the immortal king have mercy on your souls. Well, we wouldn't mind having more Psychers on a ship if we can get one. Let's attack the Imperial ship. Oh, I did this. I clicked on the wrong thing. We helped the Imperials. You assist the Imperial ship and destroy the colony and recover some useful materials. 64 metal scrap. Afterwards, you receive an incoming message from the Imperials. Unidentified vessel. State your purpose. Do we want to fight them? Yes, we do. Tell them you're here to reap souls as offerings to the dark gods. Blasphemous cur! Well, we're not actually doing that. It is cackling rolls through your ship. Oh, I'm guessing we're supposed to have something that attacked us, but nothing is. Oh, I thought for a second this was our tendril. It's an enemy's tendril. And I just stunned... No, I didn't stun it. They're friendly to us, but they're not members of our crew. Holy crap, look at the length of that beam. That's amazing. Oh, it's faster, too, than the... Well, it's faster than our Hull Reaper is. So I keep pausing because I want to make sure I time that correctly. You search the remains and find a few useful items. 59 scrap metal. Let's hold on to that for the mechanic up ahead. Oh, we took some EMP damage there. An abandoned space station floats near a temporal anomaly. Time seems to flow differently here, but the station itself remains silent and unchanging. You move on. Your sensors pick up what appears to be a survey vessel of unknown origin. Its communication arrays are clearly non-standard. This looks like a... What is it called now? Drakari vessel? Oh, I can actually hold on. This must be a bug. Can I do that anywhere else? I can hover over where their interfacers are, where their crew members are, although technically we cannot see them, and it shows me that's where they are. That's interesting. Hail the vessel. You hail the vessel and receive a response within moments. Transmission acknowledged. This is a Class 4 survey operation under Directive 439. Your vector intersects the restricted zone. Adjust course by 0.11 radians to avoid contamination. Adjust the course. You adjust course and a low-band transmission follows. Deviation corrected. Harmonic integrity preserved. The vessel emits a deep subharmonic pulse as it vanishes into the rift. Your hull picks up trace particulate. It is a small sample of high-grade composite material. 73 scrap gained. A tentacle ship emerges from a nearby rift storm and begins shooting. Oh. These are tough servitors. I should be using this the moment the shields go down. The machine priests surrender and beg for their lives, but something is wrong. New figures emerge from the shadows and begin chanting in some foul language. Dark energy whips across the deck, depositing throngs of nightmarish creatures. Intruders detected. Combat. Oh, he is in combat. Okay, we have to deal with this. do have to worry about the poison damage. We'll get some of our people out of the way. We're in combat there. Not much survives the blast. Only a small handful of supply containers can be retrieved from the wreckage, plus 50 scrap. Oh, our doors are damaged, and no one's manning them, so they can run around wherever they would like at the moment. I keep trying to stun the enemy, but the guy who I want to cast is in combat. Alright, that did not go so bad. Now we do need to repair that. You arrive at a jump node to see a death cult ship under attack by an Imperial patrol vessel. Attack the Imperial ship. You prime your hull Reaper system and engage the Imperial aggressor. Your vessel's hull is regenerated as the Imperial ship crumbles beneath the assault. The death cultists hurriedly move onwards. You are left alone to salvage the remains of the destroyed Imperial ship. 7 munitions and 1 tactical shield. I just realized only right now that this is damaged. Let's repair that too. Do we have anyone who wants that type of tool? No. What's our one robot guy using? Oh, assault shield's better, arguably. You come across an abandoned munitions depot. It is in surprisingly good shape, but whatever supplies that lay within may very well be worth the risk. We have 2 points in sensors, so we can scan for suspicious activity. A detailed scan uncovers the depot as part of an elaborate raider trap. Realizing the failure of their ruse, the raiders recklessly attack. We are fully charged. Let's immediately start with a stun. Okay, and then we'll fire the hull Reaper next. The disruptor can hit their weapons. Holy crap! That's amazing! After the explosion, only a few intact supply containers remain. We managed to recover 1 amidst the wreckage. Necrolurks are more powerful than Hungerers are. I guess let's take this. With the raider threat dissipated, you search the munitions depot. You recover a functioning starship armament from within the depot. Another energy beam. We don't need a second one. We can't even equip it, right? Let's see. We are going to do some change a little bit here. Alright, let's head towards the merchant. You rush to battle stations as you find yourself assailed by an unidentified warship. It is no longer under the control of a mortal crew, but is instead possessed by demonic will. Worse still, your intruder alarms begin to blare. Something has arrived on your ship. I don't think anything does. Yeah, I don't know if that's a bug or not. Let's summon one of these necrolurches. Oh, it only just occurs to me. We could have thrown it on the enemy ship to take that, probably. Alright, let's wait till... We'll use another one here. The Necrolurch is immune... He's immune to suffocation, so we can just leave him there. Why don't we do this? Oh, this is turning out to be bad. I forgot our captain does not have a way to be immune to suffocation. I'm watching what happens so I know when I can use my beams. I guess we'll just not worry about that container. The explosion scatters debris in every direction. Enough remains intact to be worth salvaging. The subspace maelstrom subsides. That's odd. I didn't think I used 2 of them. I guess I did? Yes, I did. Alright. High temperatures detected up ahead of us. We have so much scrap fuel, we might as well upgrade... We might as well upgrade these another time. We are playing on a low torment level. This is effectively just 1 rank over the tutorial level, so we're getting a lot more scrap than we would be if I was playing something higher, maybe not so obviously. So it's effectively easy mode, I suppose. But I keep dying in it, or I often do so this is the first time I'm doing so well. It figures, as I'm recording it. You tear back into real space near a giant star. A heavily armored chromatic vessel is visible in orbit. It targets locks your ship. We want all the weapons ready to go. Our weapons system took an incredible amount of fire, of damage. We lost 2 weapons there. Our beam cannot penetrate that. Oh, we could have healed this. We still should. If I fire this beam, this point of shield is about to be recharged, and we'll just waste it, so we won't bother. Darn it. We're actually losing. We're down almost half our life against this vessel. So, what I was just talking about may come to pass here. Our commander can put out that fire. You find some useful material from the wreckage. A2 scrap metal and 1 munitions. God, we got badly bruised there. A suspicious vessel opens comms. It's an independent trader. We have some items for sale. Would you like to inspect our wares? Yeah, let's talk first. Ariok's acolytes hold that the stars themselves weep blood in his honor, and their grisly rites are a testament to their unwavering devotion. Straight, we're gonna repair our ship. We don't need to buy any munitions. We've got 50. We're not looking to use all of them. We don't need another one of those. And we're probably not using the energy lance. We're not. Let's sell it. And what do we want? We don't have any assault sleds, so this module doesn't help us. We don't have any boarding, so assault harness doesn't help us. We don't have any borders, so bunker drills doesn't help us. So the modules here were useless. We don't really need any other systems. So there was nothing here for us. I guess we'll just purchase then a few munitions after all. And move on. That's disappointing. There's nothing else for us to spend our scrap on. We could, I guess, upgrade the command throne twice. We'll just do it just to do it. So watch our evasion viewer. It's currently 30. And now it's 16. With those 2 upgrades. I don't know if that's really worth it. Maybe if you go all in on engines. But I don't know if I don't know. In many games, I'm not sure I'm a fan of relying on evasion to protect you. I'd rather have another point in shields instead. But we're already using all our energy on everything else. We could lower the engines. Lower the engines twice and lower a point of Hull Reaper. Sorry, engines twice and just grab another point of shields. That might be something we do. We have nothing else to spend the scrap on. You discover an abandoned shipyard. Just as you move closer to inspect it, a small pirate vessel shows up. Hands off that! I was here first! We can let him have it. We don't need it. Leave the shipyard to the pirates. I'm worried about a trap there. You approach the Stargate. Alright, guys. The Imperial core worlds are waiting for us. You arrive at the Imperial core worlds. Ahead of you lies a terrible artifact known as the Vault of Souls. It's a small zone. And I believe the picture you see here hints as to the boss you'll be fighting. This one in particular will have a bunch of enemies that want to board us. So before we begin the combat, we will probably want to equip other summonables for our ship's defensive purposes. We may drop the parasite shield and the ancient shield to get more reagents. We'll see. What else is here? There are 2 mercenary contracts here, people where we can go, but it's more likely for us to get people who use tools if we go here. This is, once again, where we can pick up spellcasters and more psychomancy, but I feel like we want more tool users. So we're gonna go here to this mercenary broker. Your vessel emerges from subspace near a colossal star. You receive a transmission. Prepare to die, blasphemer. our Alpha Strike is amazing. While they're putting out fire, we can keep them stunned to cause them to burn more. Oh, we mistimed that. Okay, that's a shame. Shut the doors. Devastation leaves behind sparse remains. You salvage what you little can be retrieved from the scattered debris. We don't really need the spell. I don't plan on changing out any spells, but we might find someone who can cast spells from the merchants we're about to visit. So we'll take Burden. And let's warp before the fire hits us. I can put you in touch with whomever you want. For a fee, talk. Coronial mass extractors are large shutter cult refinery complexes, built around stars to extract energy. The energy is stored in large capacitors, which are loaded onto technocult conveyor ships and transported across the galaxy. Let's leave really quick, wait for our guy to repair that. Alright. What are you selling, sir? First, repair to maximum. Imperial Recruit, a weapon and a tool. Imperial Enforcer, armor, and a weapon. So this is the only guy that would interest me. We'll take him. We can give him a weapon too, since we don't really have any. We'll give him a power sword. Now, there's an interesting piece of armor here. Fetid rags. That battle up ahead is against a death cult, and they will use lots of poison-inflicting enemies. I think we will grab this. We'll then outfit our new guy. I don't really want to give him the Ruinous Reagents, because I think Warburgers are decently powerful units, so I'd rather not do so. Arguably, we could also just hurl all of these at the enemy ship, and it would summon these demons over there instead of on our ship. But I think I will want the defense on our vessel. Oh, this doesn't add any hit points to us. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, man. I honestly think I'd rather have the hit points in a few of these instances. We could hire another guy, I guess. Sure, let's do so, and we'll hire another weapon. Hire another weapon? We'll buy another weapon. We'll stick him also in the engine room. Or any big room. And we'll give this guy that stuff. Since we're not going to get... Well, we could find someone, but we're not... I mean, we don't really need to scrap him. I'm still going to sell this stuff. We're not going to use this. We'll work on an extra point of shields, so we can swap things around if we need to during the battle. You detect a hostile Imperial ship approaching your flank. Ooh, full slot. That's a lot of shots. the damage to that shield that I was hoping to do. Alright, that's more like it. At least the weapons are down. I'll take that. Oh, most of the weapons are down, then this is just still working. You search through the remains and find a few useful items. 68 munitions, 68 scrap. So I think to start the battle, you know, we don't really need the Thrall Pit, do we? We'll still leave it charged. I think I'd rather have the shields to start. A demon-possessed starship emerges on your flank and opens fire. What was he armed with? Twin Disruptor, Storm Cannon, Graviton Cannon, and a Bolt Cannon. Not too many shots. 5 total or so. So they've upgraded their heart to the one that will summon things. Oh, they have whatever, I forget what this is called now. I'd like the Disruptor to be the first thing I fire here, if we can. I see that there are too many shots, and we're taking a ton of potential hits. Okay. Oh, there's nothing to stun, Tim. There's nothing to stun. I don't care about whatever's in that. Yeah, there's nothing to stun. We don't need any forces on our side either. We're looking pretty good. We can warp away from this. We don't need to kill it. I don't think we're gonna take damage though. I think we're good. We healed some of the damage that we had taken. The explosion litters the surrounding space with wreckage. Some of it can be put to use, plus 83 scrap. We might as well spend it on things. Oh, this looks bad. Your ship's view screen lights up and an old disfigured face appears in front of you. I am Lord Hecutor of the Luminous Fleet, and I am here to bring the God King's wrath. Prepare yourself, wretched one. That's a lot of Imperial sorcerers. They can all cast fire. It does not miss and puts fire in a room, so we're gonna be put on fire. There is no way around that. Alright. Well, we did... let's think here. I'm going to give us some more oxygen and some blood thralls to help us here. Watch when they all start casting it. They'll stagger their shots with the spell, if I recall correctly. Alright, here it goes. So it's starting. Our thralls can put out fire, but we really need like 2 of them to do so. Our marshal is immune to fire. He'll go there. You are not immune. You are not immune. No one's watching the sensors at the moment. It got, oh, rather, it got disabled. Let's keep going. Yes, and it'll take out this. Keep stunned their weapon guys. The guys in the weapon room. Reload the beam weapon, please. We should have fired that at an empty room, right? Yeah, that would we would have eliminated the ship had we done that. Doesn't want to be in there. You guys can... actually, the thrall should do it. Enemy begins performing evasive maneuvers and prepares to jump out. Scavenge what you can from the remains. 78 scrap and 2 munitions. Let's wait till our oxygen is back and then we'll repair this. All right. Oh, it's one more jump away. Okay. Alright, that'll be good, I guess. Let's continue to move. Your ship enters real space on the inner edge of an asteroid belt. An Imperial starship is idling near one of the smaller rocks. Before you can react, it engages weapon systems and target locks your ship. No boarding, so I'm not worried about being attacked by anyone here, so we don't have to summon anything on our side. With 4 shields, I want all my weapons ready to go before we begin this. I didn't even notice I left my engines unpowered. With debris scattered around the area, you sift through the remains and find a modest amount of salvageable items. A translocator teleports whoever has it to a target room, your ship or the enemy ship, on cooldown, so not a consumable. Well, we don't have any leftover tools, however, on anyone, and, well, we don't really have boarders, or anyone equipped well enough to do a single boarding mission all by themselves anyway, so that's not going to happen. And we don't really need hounds with howling reagents, but I guess we'll take it anyway. All right, what are we doing for the fight, Tim? Let's take a peek. All right, this will be what we have to do, or what we're going to try to do. Okay, all right. I think we're set. When battle starts, we immediately begin summoning things on our ship to help us. I'm assuming we see a death ship over here, and then hopefully we win. Well, hopefully our Alpha Strike is powerful enough to let us continue to do this as we move forward, because that's what we're going to do. It is okay. This is the ship I was expecting. A ponderous vessel drifts into view. Once an instrument of a venerated champion who swore to uphold the sacred oath, its twisted hull has been ravaged by centuries of suspicious corruption. The Vault of Souls can only be reached through the halls of death. Or so says Verilith. The enemy ship moves in to attack. Really quick, before we begin this, like the FTL capital ship, if you do manage to kill, by the way, all the crew over there, the ship goes into automatic mode, and it is not necessarily easier for you. You cannot win this encounter by killing all of the enemy crew. If your ship was designed with boarding and starting enemies in mind, and only that, I don't know how you do the final fights, because you won't be able to get away with that. Maybe there is a way. I've not encountered it or seen how to do it. All right, let's get started. So let's start by summoning an... what do we have? Have to be a little careful of this. We can be interrupted while summoning something by their summons, but I think we do try to start by summoning a Necrolurch and a Warbringer. Just stick them in our ship. Hopefully they're not stunned. Okay, good. We got... Oh, look at this thing. Warbringer. Immune suffocation, immune to fire, kills grant plus 1 DPS for the duration of the encounter, plus 1 DPS in large room. Constantly creates breaches while on enemy ship. Wow, I should have put it over there somewhere. Demonic. Men who dare approach are ensnared by madness. For its presence, the essence of war itself stirs and surges, an awe-inspiring and terrifying embodiment of unrelenting destruction. Necrolurch? Immune to poison, immune to suffocation, enemy DPS cannot exceed 3, becomes a carcass on death. Expires between jumps. Oh, it is are both these unstable? This is not unstable, this is. So this is eventually going to go away, whether or not I want it to. Cannot man repair or extinguish. Lasts for 5 minutes, though. The battle might be over by then. It uttered a rumbling sigh. At length, the emplaced cannon opened up, its tracers curving into the hulking monstrosity. It was difficult to ascertain if its rotten hide rippled from the impacts of the shells or from the amusement at their impotence. We should continue to summon. Drained. Drained enemies have their DPS greatly... oh, I thought greatly reduced, but it looks like it's been reduced somewhat. Alright, here we go. Wow! Oh, I'm looking at my shields, not their shields, and wondering why we're not destroying them. We need that command throne eliminated so we don't have to worry about, whatchamacallit. Oh, I didn't even see you in there. Stun it. Tentacle. Split you guys up. Oh, you're not even manning the doors. We should do that. Let's get more... Oh, you can only, by the way, have one summon present, I think, with your reagent. So if I summon another Necrolurch, our current Necrolurch goes away. So we're not going to bother with that. Let's move you out. You can come in here. System's being repaired. It is looking very good for us, viewer. Keep their systems distracted. All of our troops are at decent life. We're looking pretty good so far. Seeing this guy reminds me of... Oh! Occasionally, the enemy, this and other, like, mini-bosses have some sort of special ability they use. This is a wave, as you just saw, and we end up with, undead on our ship a little bit. Looks like we have some ghouls. I'm sorry, viewer. I'm clicking on all the wrong troops. Oh, their leader's back, so they have back to 30 evasion again. That's why I'm not doing so well. I can't pronounce this. A spectral whisper echoes through your ship. Infernal lightning cackles across your decks, knocking out your systems one by one. Subspace rifts tear open across the accused vessel. The demonic beings pour forth to renew the fight. We have 2 carcasses on our ship. Enemies get demon reinforcements. All their systems are repaired if they were damaged. Our shields are down. Our door is down. Our thrall pit is down. Let's then increase these. There's the enemy. Oh, I targeted the shield and that is protected. So that will do nothing to it. Oh crap, we killed the creature that just walked in there and got poisoned. Actually, we can purify. They have a lot of things on their side. It's a lot of troops everywhere. We're waiting till my stun's ready. Sorry, I stopped moving it. My weapons are ready. Let's do it. Yeah, we do incredible damage when we can hit them. Oh, I actually don't want to... The gas will eventually fade. I'm fine with my shields not being powered at this particular moment. Actually, we can probably put blood thralls in there. Fire... Ooh. She will die if she stays there. Our tentacle will not, though. Oh, sorry, our tentacle might die, but that's fine. We've had it since the beginning of the game. Okay, it lived. Our ship's looking pretty good. We haven't taken too much damage, and this is... Oh, ending. Our weapon system just went offline. We have more enemies present. Uh-oh. And even more. Remember, Tim, if your leader dies, you lose. Who? This is what I was worried about. We're heavily boarded. A great deal of some of our crew are badly wounded. We're gonna get another Necrolurch, since our caster there may die. Oh no, we did get to keep the other one. Okay, that's good to know. This is it. Here's our chance. All right, we did it. Let the record show, this is the first time I've done this. The enemy has been vanquished. At last, you have arrived at the Vault of Souls. Within it, you find a grand altar ablaze with argent fire. You plunge your hand into the flames. The searing heat of eternity washes over you and your crew. Your souls sublimate into the infinite ether, heralding the age of pandemonium. You fulfilled your destiny. Your mission is complete. Alright, guys. And that does it. Thank you guys for watching. Awkward cut. Hello, everyone. I rambled on for too long about things that didn't matter right there at the very end. A shame I can't watch the rest of the credits here, or I would do so. So I just want to end it really quick by stating that if you would like more of these, let me know. Otherwise, this is going to go into its own one-off, and, well, that will do. If we do want another one of these, let me know if you want to be in the crew, and we'll go ahead and get you in. You can tell me what type of, like, thing you want to be? Like a caster, not a caster, or if there's a particular role you want your character to be in, and we'll see if we can do that for you as well. Alright, with that said, that's it. Thank you guys again for watching, and maybe I'll see you next one. Take care, everyone.